And this is too orange. Too orange. Too orangey. Bring this baby down. A little too much light. How's that? That should be good. All right, guys, hello and welcome to the Dennis Herrera Show. I have been so anxious to get in here and have another talk with you guys. I've been wanting to get on all day, but I have been really, really busy. And, well, spend some time with the wife today and the mother in law. And most of you will already know what that's all about. Cool Cat Renee, how are you? Welcome, brother. Did you guys notice a little something different around here and around here? You guys can't tell, but there it is. Gotta show some love. Gotta show some love. Now, if you guys know where I can get, sorry, if you guys know where I can get a bigger one of this, a bigger pin, because I think this one's too small. Oh, I love pins, but I need to get bigger ones. I really need something like maybe this big. This is too small. I want it bigger because there's two flags, right? Yeah. I don't know if you guys can see that. Let me take a look here. I think you can, I guess you can kind of see it. This is in support to Israel, of course. Um, we've said it before, and we are very happy to know that finally Palestinians can go back home, but not quite the peaceful moment that we all expected. Let's see here, Holly. How are you? Thank you very much, Holly. I appreciate you. Much love to you, Aspen. Lit off the honey pack. Wrong, for real, for real. I don't. I think that's what you're saying. I'm not. I don't know what the hell that is. Today we're going to start talking, and I kind of love to actually start this conversation today with some Letitia James. Oh, it's so wonderful to talk about her today. But first, a word from our non-sponsor, your favorite felon, my president. All right, how's the sound, guys? Sound is okay? I try to adjust my camera as best as I could. I'm such a novice. I don't understand why. I've been using cameras for many, many years. I don't understand what the problem is. Kevin says free ice, free transportation, and free deportation. That is right, my friend. That is right. You know, somebody said this today. Who was it? Man, I watched so many things today. Somebody said, Sam, I agree. And it will be. Iran will be great again. I believe it. I've been speaking with some Iranian friends that I have. They're like, 60s, kind of older. They're actually my age, 50s and up, okay? And I've been talking with these Iranians, and we have some really good conversations. And so we're very, very hopeful, but a little bit of skeptical, all right? A little bit skeptical, but we hope for the best. Janet, how are you? I see you having a good time already, and we just started. We just started. I will tell you something. I want Saturdays for me to be a day off. So this moment right now, it's not going to be work, all right? We're going to talk about some stuff, but it's going to be fun. I want it to be fun, all right? So that's how we're going to play it. Today is not official work. Today is just BS work, but we're still going to be talking about the same thing that we talk about every single day, which is reality, right? So, as many of you are addicted to news, I am addicted to talking with you guys. I don't know. Maybe it's part of me being a Gemini. For those of you who like to follow the zodiac sign, Trinity, don't say anything. I don't want to hear nothing about your sign. We just don't like that sign. Some signs like to fight with me all the time, like Scorpios. I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is, but they just like fighting with me. I'm calling eyes on your mama, says Big Dog. Bro, just so you know, my mom has been dead since 2005, my friend. So I don't think they're going to dig her out. Kevin says, your show, brother, keep it up. Thank you, man. Appreciate that, Kevin. You better have some fun at the end of this chat, at the end of our live. You was making my wife crack up last time. She's like, where's Kevin? Where's Kevin? I was like, who cares about Kevin? I'm here. So yeah, man, you took the attention away from me. That's sad. But I love it. I love it. I'm glad that you're here, brother. Cool Cat Renee says, Trinity, will you be the mayor of Tennessee? Cool Cat Renee is a patriot that is tired of living in a state that just doesn't give a damn about Americans. And well, a lot of us are actually in those sort of the same states. Hey, don't touch. Hey, Mister. Laura. Hey. Talking to my little nephews. It's like they're deaf. He might be a leftist. Hey, come here. Give me a hug. Give a hug. Go, daddy. Go, daddy. Go. Go. I said, go, boy. Nothing. Jaden, go with mommy. Man, this guy must be a leftist. He just doesn't listen. He's hard-headed. He's like, he's deaf. Hey. Shh. What the heck, man? You guys hear that tapping? Hey, there's no kids on this show. No kids on this show. Get, go, get. Sorry, guys. Hey, buddy. Shh. Hey, you. Yes, you. Oh my gosh, guys, it drives me nuts. he's like 2 years old. I'm telling you, this little Samoan baby boy, he is so hard-headed. He is deaf. It's like I'm not even talking to him. Not even one little acknowledgement that I am actually here talking with him. Hey, psst, hey, where's your daddy? You hear that? I said, where's your daddy? All he says is, Jesus. All right, let me continue saying hello to you. Hey, buddy, you're gonna fall. You're gonna fall. I'm gonna have to take him out, guys. Hold on. I'll be back. Come on. I'll take you to mommy. Go over there with go with daddy. That way. Dora, take care of your nephew. Sorry, guys. This little monkey. Oh, man. You see what I've been dealing with all day, guys. This is why the live took so long today. Whew. Oh, my gosh. Okay. Man. He's 2 years old. He doesn't listen. I talk to him, guys, and it's just like nothing is clicking. And what's sad is that he comes in here and he's very peaceful where I'm at. So, yeah, go figure, right? But thank you guys for that. Trump's a liar, dude, says Mies Wilkes, sorry. Trump is a liar. You know who else people say is a liar? Me. So because I know it's not true, what they say about Trump, I also know it's not true because they are lying when they say that I'm lying. But I know that I'm not lying, so he's not lying when they say that he's lying because they're liars. You know what I'm saying? Here we go. Here we go. Let's go. Today we're going to read all of the positive comments, meaning from my patriots and some of you who are struggling to hear the truth, but mainly for my patriots and compadres. Um, let's see. Irma says, hello, Miguel. And I say, hello, Irma. Joshua Machado says the hat and the facial hair should be illegal. You know what? You're right. It should be illegal to look this good, especially with this hat on and my little USA Israel alliance, the best alliance with the lion. Man, that's actually pretty good. That's actually pretty good. Kevin says 43-year-old and I don't listen. It's all good, man. You're only 41 years older than him, so you still got some time. Let's see. He is learning. Elizabeth, I wish that he was learning. Trust me, there is nothing learning in that head of his. It's like this big, but there's nothing learning. I don't know. It's empty. It's empty in there. It's empty. Uh, I refuse to believe that I was that disobedient when I was little. CS says Dennis is handsome, so eat your heart out, you haters. Scott says we all love Trump. Let's go, baby. Let's see. Caleb says America needs to be freed from interpolitical hatred. That's what she needs freeing from. Well, that's huge. That is a big deal, my friend. Texas Miner says intelligent man. Skydog Kelly, it's great to see mentally deficient people getting airtime, especially with the Conte's beard. Whoa, did I read that out loud? Bro, don't be making me read comments like that, man. I think that was a bad word in there somewhere. Aaron says we're involved in enough stuff. Why do we need to get involved in Argentina now? Oh, well, my main focus today was going to be talking about Letitia James, but since we're over here talking about some international stuff already, let's get to it. Now, this is not a fact. This is not breaking news. You guys probably know more than me by now. But here is something that's going on. Very weird. Last night on our live, we were talking about Karina from Venezuela getting the Nobel Peace Prize. And at first, I was kind of upset because I know that it's not fair, it's not right. She didn't do anything but hide, etc. But we came to a conclusion that it was probably the best decision that has been made. Not because they did it on purpose and it was their best decision, but it was the best decision for us to have that happen because she turned around, called President Donald Trump and said he was the one that deserved the Nobel Peace Prize and that she would give it to him if he wanted it. And he obviously didn't know. He said no, even though he did want it. We know, we all wanted him to have it. But it is very important to know that if the world acknowledges that she is the legitimate Nobel Peace Prize award winner, she must be a huge influence in the world. And by that, I agree. I am with everybody. And I want all Republicans, conservatives in the middle and the left, I want everybody to acknowledge that she deserves it. Even more than President Donald Trump. Does everybody in here agree with that? Now, once I get at least a couple of confirmations, I will tell you my other half of what I'm trying to say. So here we go. Let me just hear one person say, yes, she deserves it. Thank you, Ozzy. There we go. And now, Perfect Storm says, no, she doesn't deserve it. No, she didn't deserve it until she sucked up to Trump. Nah, Toy Box, pretty close. Pretty close. All right, all I needed was just one. But the President 321 says yes. Trinity says yes. And when Trinity and Ozzy says yes, that's all that matters to me. So it is wonderful to know that she does deserve it. And I believe that she does. She has been fighting for her people. Of course, she has been. Now, she's not as powerful as President Donald Trump in the United States of America. I get it. But now we have an actual person who, let me turn this down. I think my letters are not coming out good as I want them to be. So let's go there. There you go. Now you can read Make America Great Again, I think, hopefully. Yeah, you can make that out. So now we have her, and I will say this. You can't take it back. They were right. The right decision was made, and we all agree. We acknowledge that this woman is a very good character, good judgment of character. And well, she says President Donald Trump actually deserves it. So now, for all these libtards, all these leftist people that keep going left and farther left and farther left, eat your heart out. Bring it on, my beaners in this chat. Bring on the whole hater comments. Let's see. Cara de Nopal says cactus face. Says Gronky, biggest Mexican in here. I can tell he's Mexican. I can smell those tacos on him. Who else? Who's got some Spanish insults in here? Aaron says, I still don't understand why we're supposed to help out Argentina now. Aaron, calm down, SA. We'll get there. We don't know either. We don't know why we need to help Argentina, but what we do want is we want to know if by helping Argentina, what are we getting in return? Now, I know there's some things that we're getting, but I want to know really what are we getting in return? We know President Donald Trump. Hey, Ronald, how are you, my friend? We know Donald Trump always has to make a deal. He's not going to give away our money, our tax-paying dollars for nothing. Something is coming back. So we're going to wait, Aaron. We're going to wait. And hopefully a good deal is made out of it. Right? Rico? Yes, they are. Naco. There's another one. That's another Mexican right here. Jose Rodriguez in the house. I love you, my Mexican brothers. Los quiero mucho, de verdad. Los estimo bastante. Su gente es una gente muy bella. Aunque sean ilegales, cabrón. No me importa. Son gente bella. Ustedes son mi raza. Pero también tengo que seguir la regla del americano. Como si yo estuviera en México, también seguir las reglas de México. Y la regla de migración es en todos los países. Así que los quiero mucho. Pero this is where I stand. All right, for all you gringos in here that didn't understand what I said, don't worry about it. It's not for you. It was for my Hispanic raza. I love you, Americans. Don't worry. It was a good thing. All right. I'm going to tell you something, guys. I love doing this. I really do. I know sometimes it's a little stressful. But I think it's important because you guys have questions. I have questions. And some of you guys, oh, you put that in English? You bastard. Jose Rodriguez, you're a beta. You know what? I gave them some love in Spanish, and that's how they repay me. Yeah, sons of yada. He said, I'm more legal than you, Honduras. Hey, listen, last time that I showed my passport and my gun, I got in trouble, so I'm not going to show neither anymore. So I don't care what you say. If it's not true, it's not hurting my feelings. And if it is true, I have to accept the truth. Even if it hurts. My mama said, my mama said, always accept the truth. That's right. How many Americans in here have a passport? What a dumb question. See, Jose Rodriguez is so used to coming to countries illegally so much. He thinks we don't need passports to go internationally. Beta. This guy. Oh, man, making me laugh. Bring it on, bro. Mike says, I hope you get deported. Man, see, at least I know that you can hope. So we just have to change your mind about something. Kevin says, Mike, you're a beta. He lost his belongings on the left. Adrian Johnson says, The self-hating Latino. Interesting. Now, there was somebody. Now, I don't know if he was Johnny Depp, the fake Johnny Depp. I know this is not Johnny Depp. Johnny Depp is rich. This guy is poor like me. Yes, I believe we should support Argentina. I believe it. I know it sounds stupid because I am America first type of guy, but there's a lot of things that the United States of America has to do in order for the world to have peace. And if we have peace in the world, we can make good deals. We can keep our trading. We can stop some drug addictions. We can stop drugs from coming into the country. So we do have to help other countries. Guys, don't be selfish. Okay. In order for America to be first, sometimes we have to help other neighbors, not because we just want them to be best, but because that's how we help ourselves. Okay. Sometimes when you help your neighbor, you really are just helping yourself. Trinity, do you agree that today my face doesn't look as fat as a whale as I did last time? I try to make some adjustments on this camera here, and I think I'm getting the hang of it, to be honest. I'm getting pretty good with this camera. And it's I only say this because this camera is a webcam, okay? Just so you guys know. You're not fat. I'm still 280 pounds, mama. I'm still 280. I get it. There is actually a lot of muscle, but I'm not like Arnold Schwarzenegger, muscular. Just a couple of muscles there, enough to make my fat bounce. You know what I mean? Anyways, America first, baby, all the way. Irma, abuelita, you are 100% right. America first. And I think that the United States of America, to be honest, the United States of America has been become a great nation because we do support Israel. We have founded, this country was founded under God, the Christian God. If you guys don't know what that is, this country was founded under God. I don't care what nobody says. Constitution was written as well under God. And a lot of people hate that, but it is the truth. It is the truth. The truth. Israel will always be first for Israel. The United States of America will always be first for Americans. Jack Prepper says, Dennis, hope you're having a wonderful. I am, Jack. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Rick Jones says, my phone likes to put in words I don't type. You are not the only one, my friend. Sometimes this mouth puts words that I don't say. Mr. President One is here. God bless you all. God bless you, sir. God bless you. Hibidar Kadari, I don't know what you're saying there. Let's see. Here you go with using God. Jose Rodriguez has such a problem with using the word of God. This guy is, listen, there's nothing more hypocritical than a non-believer that hates somebody that promotes love and calls it hate, and then wants to use the Christian, religious, biblical, or anything that has to do with God card while he has a hypocritical attitude against us. And there you have it. All right. So I really think that whatever is going on with Argentina right now is important. But what's more important is what's going on with Venezuela. Now, we already talked about Maria Corina getting the Nobel Peace Prize, but maybe you guys haven't heard about this. But Nicolas Maduro, the lizard, that snake from Venezuela, who calls himself a president, apparently he has offered President Donald Trump over $1 trillion. Some of the earth minerals. I wonder why. Now, Maria Corina, we believe. Now, I'm going to give you a couple of things. Yes, boring. I'm gay. I'm going to give you a couple of things. This what I'm going to tell you right now is just my theory. Whether you agree with it, that's something different. But here's the thing. See, the Bible says, do not trust men. We don't trust men. We trust God. And because we trust God, we get, what's the word in English? discernment. So here's what's going on. The United States took out like 3 small boats with drugs, right? You're with me. Okay. Maduro reached out to China. China said, bye, Felicia, meaning they want nothing to do with them. So China is not helping him. Now he feels betrayed. Now here's where we go. Here's where I'm going with this. I don't know. I don't like Maduro. He gives me a bad feeling, says Gaston. Well, Gaston, I'm with you. He gives me a bad feeling all the time ever since I know about him. But here's the thing about this. So he reached out to China. China says, screw you. You're on your own. We don't want a war with the United States of America because they'll whoop our ass. And we don't want to go that way. Tyler, welcome, sir. And while we have to stay humble and also respect the power that China's military has, because they do have some power. It's not as great as ours, but they do have power. And I'm going to tell you something. Just as much as President Donald Trump hates war, he'd rather make deals, he'd rather make money, he'd rather have people not die. I agree with him 100%. And even though we can beat China and Russia put together and throw in Korea for a little bit of icing on the cake, even though we can beat them, the amount of life loss will be catastrophic. And we don't want that, okay? And so I admire President Donald Trump for his resolve and yet his restraint on not destroying this world. You see many Democrats out there, a lot of people that went too far left, not the regular patriot Democrats. There's a lot of good Democrat people out there, and I love you all for that. But they have gone so far left that they were saying President Donald Trump, all these experts, by the way, all these professionals, doctors, and all kinds of people that have all kinds of degrees, President Donald Trump is going to start World War III. What the hell is he doing? Nah, we're going to be with Trump until death because this country deserves to be fought for and protected by the patriots of this nation. So we're not going to give up on President Trump because we believe that God put him there. And we're trusting in God that he is doing the right thing. So now you have all these people saying all these negative things about Trump. Oh, he's going to start World War III. He's going to do this and that. Well, he has proven over and over and over that everything that they have said about him has been a lie. Thus came his new slogan. Trump was right about everything. Bam! Let's go. Let's go. Anyways, getting back to Venezuela. Trump knows that if he takes the deal from Venezuela, we can make some money, boom, right away. And he is a businessman. And he knows that not all money is good money. Now, just think about this, guys. I want you to think about this. I am a nobody. I'm just a guy that's getting older and older. I'm just a guy that's getting older. That's it. And if I can come up with these ideas, these theories, or this way of thinking or rethinking things that are going on right now in our world, well, religious or political, it doesn't matter. Imagine a man that has a proven record of success, like President Donald Trump. Imagine what he knows, how he thinks. I watched him when all of these YouTubers, influencers, journalists, let's call them all journalists, were having a meeting with President Trump, and the way he would turn around is like, you know, somebody over there is talking, and he'll go, yeah, oh, and tell me, and so what happened to you right there? He actually listens, acknowledges, and looks at them. And he's in the seat when they have the wide view, and he's like, Yeah, I know. I've been telling them, but they don't believe me. Everything I say, they say I'm lying. Well, here we go. Here's some examples right here in this chat. Trump is a liar, they say. And here we are. Journalists, videos, they got proof. They're speaking facts. They got receipts. They got investigations that they have acquired. There is dirty money being used throughout the world and locally. So Venezuela is not out of the hook, and I'm going to get back to Venezuela in a little bit. But right now, we know Antifa has been funded by some rich people. They are a domestic and international terrorist organization by Trump. Executive order. Only question I have about that is, why can they go and arrest them right now? They are no longer citizens of the United States of America if they are domestic terrorists. No terrorist has the right of a citizen in this country. So I don't understand that part. I don't understand why they don't go and arrest them. And any Democrat mayor or governor that goes against it should get their ass in jail as well. Don't worry, we got plenty of people to replace them. I'll take care of Washington for y'all. Don't worry about that. A salute from our favorite felon. And this is for you that says you have hope that I'm going to give up on Donald Trump. There you go. Never, ever, ever surrender. There's one thing that you lunatics out there don't understand, is that there is some people in this country, Americans and migrants that have become Americans, that have a resolve about them. There is a resilience that it doesn't matter what you say. We just don't believe we are nobody. When I'm telling you that I'm a nobody here, it's because I feel somebody like President Donald Trump is above me on anything. But when it comes to losers that hate this country, you are not above me. I'll tell you that right now. And if I put myself here and you hate America, you're down here. So that's what I mean. If I'm a nobody, where does that put you that hate the United States of America? You see what I'm saying? That's what a patriot does. When an American soldier, which I have never been, but when I see these veterans that get promoted and they give honor to themselves, and they get these medals of honor, and they say, I don't deserve it. This is for the love of my country. I don't need to be recognized. But they accept the recognition. They deserve it, and they accept it as they should. But they themselves says, no, I don't deserve that. I did this for my country. You see what I'm saying? That's kind of in the same way that I'm telling you that I'm a nobody. That doesn't mean that I believe I'm a nobody. Let's not get that twisted. And I hope that makes sense. Lisa, how are you? I see you. I see you. Jose, I didn't leave my country. I was brought over here. I never wanted to stay here, but I found that there is a purpose for me in this country, and we are going to fulfill that purpose until I'm finished. Not much, you know me. I don't say many good things in here. But anyways, now that we said that out of the way, now we're going to go back to Venezuela. Here's the deal, guys. So Maduro, which is now known to be the general of the Cartel de Soles, right, of the Sun Cartel, he's offering President Donald Trump over $1 trillion. Why? Why is he offering President Donald Trump at over $1 trillion in gold, by the way? We already told you about China. He wants us to turn against China. He says, stop dealing with China. Stop doing this with China, blah, 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 right? He wants him. See, he thinks, I'm going to tell you one thing about Maduro. He is very stupid. He really is very stupid. He is uneducated. I'm serious. He is retarded with all the word. I listen to this man talk. Oh, especially when he tries to use the Bible. This guy has no education at all. But anyway, he wants the United States to make China an aggressive enemy. Because let's get it straight. China is not a friend. It's an enemy. He might have a good relationship with President Trump, but China is an enemy to the United States of America. Let's make that clear. But he's not an aggressive enemy of the United States of America. And this is why we still want to have a relationship with them, a good relationship. It doesn't mean that we love each other, but we have an understanding. and we should be able to trade with them. We should be able to still buy some President Donald Trump's "Make America Great" hats. This is American made, but I got some Chinese copies. So what? That's how the world goes. So we love the Chinese. Let's not talk about the Chinese. We love Chinese, but the government is what we're speaking of, right? So boom, set that aside. We already know he wants us to go against China so that we can piss them off and make him an anger enemy, and then we have to start fighting them. Blah blah blah. Right? This is not the way my brain works, man. There's so much in there. Sometimes I go crazy. I think this is what I do live, so I can get it off my chest. Otherwise, I go nuts. But here's the problem. The woman, that Maria Corina, that won the Nobel Peace Prize. I've said this before, a while back when I first started this channel. I said, about a month and a half or so. Oh, it's been this channel for 3 months, I think. I said this. Listen, Maria Corina wants the help of President Donald Trump. She wants to have us take out Maduro, which is a general of the Cartel de Soles. And then she says, we're going to make oil so cheap to America, more than $1 trillion given to the United States of America, and more access to our minerals like gold, etc. It sounds great, and I support her 100%. But there's always that little bit of fear that she would just turn out to be the same as everybody else in power. I hope not. I hope that if things are happening, it's because God is in control of those things. We don't know, because God's thoughts are not ours. So we don't know what he's doing. But I am hoping that something good comes out of it. Now, I will tell you that there is organizations, rich people from Sweden and all these other countries that have been providing money to Antifa, not just Antifa, but to other organizations. You guys remember that video that I showed you from the round table with Trump and those journalists? Remember the guy that brought the receipts on the investigation? He was following the money and he gave all this stuff. President Donald Trump says, if you have name, give them to me. He says, we'll do that for you. And so they turned everything in, and Kash Patel is on top of the cake. He's going for it. Brian, how are you, my friend? Welcome, welcome. Oh, man, I'm starting to see more blues and greasing here. Love it. That means my members are in town on time watching the live. Now, let's not forget that this live tonight really happened for 3 reasons. One, I wanted to talk about Letitia James, and that's not going to happen. That's not going to change. We're going to talk about it. And then the second one, of course, it's I have so much crap in my head that I got to get it out of my chest. And well, here we are doing a live. And the third one, which is the most important one, my sister Trinity, sister from another mother, asked me if I was doing a live. So there you go. All right. And let's see. I'm here. What the, bro? What? Okay. How old is these people? How old are these people? I mean, I've seen some of these people on the street. I mean, they look like 40, 50s, but they're not there 40, 50s. They're like 6 and 7 up here. You know what I'm saying? Like this guy that comes in here sometimes. His name is, what is it called? Dirty Diaper Trumper or something like that. You know, I don't get it. I don't get it. But anyways, that is the international news, and we'll talk about it if somebody else brings it up again later. But right now, we are going to talk about Letitia James. Now, for all you libtards in here, because I know you love to come and hate in this channel. For all you libtards in here, I got bad news for you. We got receipts, and we got facts. And unfortunately for you, we like to talk the truth. And so here we go. Let's see. The wealth should go to the poor people of Venezuela. Yeah. Well, it shouldn't be free. People should work for it. But yes, I agree to a certain extent. We're not socialists. We don't want them to be socialists. That's how they got in trouble in the first place. Letitia James gets on TV and delivers this touching message to the American people and those who support her. And she says, you know, President Donald Trump, it's only doing this to get revenge. He's just weaponizing the government against me, and he just does this for a political stunt. He hates me for doing it. You know what? Shut the hell up. We remember your video when you kept telling us and your followers, because you thought that only your followers would watch this video, but you're an idiot and everybody watches the video where you say, I am going into the office every single day and I'm going to be suing President Donald Trump. As a matter of fact, I don't think she said president, to be honest, but she said that she was going to sue Donald Trump every single day. And for what? Because as many of you in here say he was a liar, we know the truth. She's a liar. And number two, let me give you something before I read this. Let's not, maybe people don't know this. Maybe you don't know this. God, I'm giving you the benefit of doubt that you don't know this. But let me tell you something. Every time your dumbass Democrat governor, mayor, goes, and even your attorney general goes and says, we are going to sue Donald Trump. Just so you know what that means. It's, we're going to use your tax-paying dollars to sue an innocent man and then just put criminal charges on him that are not true. Now, the worst thing about that is not taking your money, your dummies' money. The worst thing about that is that if they can do that to a sitting president, who are we to them? We're garbage. We're nothing. You mean zero to them. They will destroy this whole country just to get back at Donald Trump. Prove me wrong. Prove me wrong. See, all my patriot conservatives and all the Democrats that actually fight for the truth, they agree with me. And I have a lot of Democrat and Republican subscribers on my channel, which is fantastic. It's phenomenal. It's awesome. Why? Because we come here, we question each other. We challenge each other. But at the end of the day, the Democrats that are leaving the Democratic Party, which is now full of socialist, Marxist, communists, they know that that party is no longer a Democratic Party. And that's why we're meeting here in the middle. Everybody, we're coming towards the middle, finding a common ground. What is that common ground? What is that common ground? America. America first. Now, before you guys get all crazy on here about America first, why is that America first? We're helping Argentina. We're helping Ukraine. Well, we're helping Israel. Well, of course, especially Israel. I mean, we love Israel. But we're helping other countries in Africa, in Asia. We're going all over the place. And you say, well, we're America first. What the hell are we doing over there? Shut your little brains down a little bit. And listen, learn some truth. We need to make sure for our country to stay great, we need to help our neighbors. Why? Why do we need to help our neighbors? For their benefits? No, we're selfish. For our benefit. We're not going to go and spend billions of dollars like the Democrats did on the Joe Biden. You guys remember the stupid general? Oh, well, it was just a lot cheaper to leave all the equipment there than to actually gather it together and bring it back to the States with us. Are you kidding me? Even President Donald Trump, that's the stupidest decision that he's ever made. You're fired. I love it when he does that. He's got to do that more often. But President Donald Trump is getting older. He's holding back in some of those insults. I still love him. Let's see, $6.4 trillion Trump signed for the politicians. That's phenomenal. That's fantastic. Did you guys know that we just broke the $18 trillion investments for the next 10 years in this country? Yeah, we're up to 19 now. And what did Democrats do? They lost $26 trillion. Nobody knows where it's at. That's the difference between the dumbass Democrats that are no longer Democrats and Trump and the administration. 19 positive trillion dollars Trump has made. $26 trillion lost by the fake Democrats. Now what? You're fired. Salud, my friends. I'm going to tell you, I don't always enjoy drinking any coffee, but when I drink good coffee, I enjoy it more on this man's mug. Salud, my friends. Stay thirsty. All right, back to Felicia. Leticia. Sorry. Felicia. Oh, that was perfect. Back to Letitia James, Attorney General. She wasted hundreds of millions of dollars in court fees. Court fees. Who knows where that money went? Some new NGO for the AG. So she said Donald Trump is using his position, whatever, blah, 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 to attack her. This is what she said. When powerful people cheat to get better loans, it comes to the expense, at the expense of the hardworking people. Everyday Americans cannot lie to a bank to get a mortgage. And if they did, our government would throw the book at them. There simply cannot be different rules for different people. Her words, and I agree 100%. Isn't it crazy that she was going after Trump, saying that he was doing what she was doing? Trinity, doesn't this remind you of those people that keep accusing you of cheating on them, but they are the ones cheating on you? That's what these people are. They are that one bad spouse that keep telling you that you are bad, but in reality, they are the ones that are bad. They're the ones doing it. Everything that they have accused President Donald Trump of doing, they are doing. And I'm going to give you the first example when we saw that, a reality. And this woman named Hillary Clinton had nothing, absolutely nothing to say about it. Well, the reason why Donald Trump, because he was running for president as the first term, the reason why Donald Trump, has gotten to have so much money is because he claimed bankruptcy and he did all this and that. And he goes, yeah, I did. He said, I took advantage of the system that is in place. This is the same system that you and all your donors use. You could have changed the law. Then I wouldn't have been able to use it. But you don't change it because your donors and you benefit from it. Truth. Facts. She couldn't say jack squat. She almost had a heart attack of anxiety when she found out President Donald Trump was the president. And there's only one reason for that. Russia collusion is going to come and bite you in the ass. And it did. And all of you people that still deny this, you guys must be Egyptians. Yeah, you guys are all from Egypt. Every single one of you are from Egypt. If you deny every truth and fact that is laid before you, you are an Egyptian. Huh? Why do I say Egyptian? Because you're from denial. Guys, come on. That's an old joke. You guys should have caught that a long time ago. What's going on? What's wrong with you guys? Boo Boo says Kool-Aid times. This guy has been drinking Okay, Boo Boo, if you mean it on the nice way, I apologize, but this is the way it came out. You drink so much Kool-Aid that you don't even know what real juice is anymore. Oh, man, I know I'm laughing, but man, we have to laugh sometimes instead of get angry, right? I really think it's really sad. This is my job, Janice. Janice G. Keep your day job, says Janice. Janice, you don't have a job, so don't give that advice. What's wrong with you? Let's see. Ozzy is laughing his butt off. I love it. I love it. Design Traveler says, there's no shame in admitting that you were played. Time to leave the cult, says Design. Well, I hope you left the cult, because that Democratic Party is no longer Democrats. It's full of liar, full of snakes and vipers. Let's go. Coconuts are my favorite. Let's go. Bro, Trump will lose. I don't know. Okay, can somebody give this guy some news that Trump already won and he is president? See, Travis knows what I'm talking about. Travis knows what truth is. And that right there, Will. Cellulite Podcast comes over here to give all of you American patriots some salutations from my black patriotic Americans. Love my brother, man, but this guy cusses up a storm. I can't keep up with this guy. But much love for you, Will. Much love for you, man. Keep doing what you're doing, my man. I got to put up with a bunch of leftists over here, a lot of libtards that come in here and start just insults, which I don't understand. You guys can come in here and just pretend, you know what I'm saying, that you are part of us and just kind of spy to see what kind of lies we are telling each other. Why did you come over here and spy and tell the world what we are talking about? That's what you got to do. You got to be smart, guys. You got to play. You know what I'm saying? Be the Trojan horse. Come in here and pretend like you are part of us. Say nice things just to see where we go with that. Hey, don't make fun of this necklace, bro. This is my Samoan culture right here, bro. Don't mess with that, okay? Calm your ass down a little bit. Bring it down a couple notches before I get some Samoan people come over there and beat you up. Not that I would let them, but, you know, if they were going to, they will get your username, and they will know that you're disrespecting their culture. So there's that. Cool Cat says, my sister gave me some necklace. Whoever made fun of my, somebody said something, ugly turtle neck or something. Let me see if I can find it again so I can point you out, report you to all the Samoan communities. Let's see. All right. Okay, maybe I overreacted. Let me go find this comment. No, he Le Voyageur said, what kind of necklace are you wearing? Okay, no, but there was another one. I thought it was an insult. My bad. I overreacted, guys. I'm so used to being insulted in here. I'm starting to get a little defensive. All right, my Samoan people, politicians, forget about what I just said. Whoever said that, it's cool. Don't worry about it. They didn't mean it in a bad way. Juan de Jesus says, I've never seen that kind of necklace. It looks powerful. Juan, awesome, dude. No, this is like for real, with no joking. This is a Samoan traditional necklace. Was given to me by one of my Samoan aunties on my wife's side. This is my Christian necklace. It is real gold. This is a tooth, symbolic tooth. It's not really a tooth. It's actually made out of marble, I think, or rock. And it's a souvenir that we bought from some of my Indian Lencas in Honduras, which is what the tribe is from my father. And so I carry it with me. And this is a pin that supports Israel and the United States alliance. All right. Anybody else has any other questions? We're good? Awesome. Richard says, your wives, man, that's not how you spell wives. It's with a V, but your wife's going to get deported, he says. Well, she can't, bro. She's a national. We got to assimilate, Gregory Young says. If she lives, she take it back. She is alive. As a matter of fact, I'm going to go visit her pretty soon. Hopefully, got to make some money. It's expensive to travel to Samoa, man. It's very expensive to travel to Samoa. But if I get a chance, I'll definitely need to go and visit them. I love my Samoan side of the family. Very, very blessed to have them. Let's see. Let's see. Wives is correct there, not wives. Oh, wife. The apostrophe is what he probably meant. Okay, but the apostrophe is incorrect as well. Whatever you said, forget about it. We're just gonna ignore that comment. When is your life story book coming out? Says a cool cat. You know what? I think that once I think that I have a lot of things figured out for me here, I'll probably make some time to actually write a book. I've been thinking about it for decades, to be honest. I do have the idea. I just don't think that I have the full imagination uh, to write a book. I don't know. I'm just, yeah, whatever. Dennis, you have made me laugh. Good night. Have a good night, Janice. You take care. Thanks for stopping by. Ranger, you're lucky I saw your question there. What's the question? I have a question, says Ranger. Ranger, I'm not going to answer that question. Why don't you take that question and put it to yourself, and then you answer it. What's wrong with having an Israel pin? Yeah, what's wrong with it? Suckers. Family is everything. Best blessing. Amanda, 100%. You're right. You are right. I'm going to tell you something. I'm a clown, man. I am a joker. I am a jester, if you will. But there are some things that will bring me back down to normal and seriousness, believe it or not. Some of you people out there that have no sense of humor don't know how that is. But I can go here almost like a bipolar switch. I can come in here and just be a clown and just laugh about everything, just and then get really serious. I don't know. It's easy for me to do, but I do. I think things that are supposed to be serious, I take serious. Everything else rolls off my chest. Okay, that's how I am with everything. Let's see. Mark Toppin says, so blame Hitler to October 7th and why Gaza is destroyed is Hitler's fault. I don't know who the hell you think Hitler is, but you are very late on history, my friend. Just by hearing that word Hitler, you effed up that message. You lost all credibility and became a leftist with the question. Let's see. Scuffles, of course, you're a clown. You're wearing an Israel pin. Thank you. And I'm going to tell you that when Jesus comes back for his people, you're not going to think you're funny then. And I'm just going to look down on you and be like, oh, I remember that guy in the chat. Yeah. That's the guy that deserved to stay behind. Just so you guys know, I am not that kind of Christian. I am not Jesus Christ. I am not even close to being as good as any of his disciples or apostles. If I thought I did, I would have to sacrifice a lot more in my life, but that's not who I am. So with that being said, I do believe in God, Jesus Christ, and the Holy Spirit. I believe that Jews are Jews and we are pagans. We are Gentiles. Why are we pagans? Why not? We celebrate Christmas. We get a little Christmas tree like every other pagan out there. Now, I don't know how many of you guys celebrate Halloween. I don't celebrate Halloween. Okay, I got my reasons. I don't care if you do, but I don't celebrate Halloween. It is a very, very horrific night, and they should just change it to a different kind of the holiday meaning. But when I see people hanging Trump supporters outside their house thinking it's funny for Halloween, I don't think that's funny. I don't think it's funny when people are making dummies out there and naming them Charlie Kirk and just doing some nasty stuff. I don't appreciate that. I don't like it. I'm not on your side, and I hope that you guys never support that. You have to go to Samoa and you have to earn respect in order for you to get one of these. Once you earn respect, you may get one. There is actually a few of them that I have. If you go to, I don't know if they will sell these, but if you go to a Polynesian store, you will probably find necklaces like this in there, and you can go buy them. Me, I wouldn't earn it. Let's see. Jordan Michael says, now it's too old. Biden is sharp as a tack. Yeah, he's very sharp. Oh, excuse me, guys. Let's see. Crosby, Ozzy. Exactly. I'm not tired of winning, and we are gonna keep winning. Oh, here we go. Here we got the trader vet back in our chat. If you're saying I'm a traitor, I think you're a traitor. But if you're saying it's somebody else, that's okay. Man is still winning, and it's good to see you, my man. man is one of our subscribers in here, and we like to see the man in the house. Ryan B says, "I get it. It's not easy to justify a winner's plan." Well, he's a winner, 100%. Let's see. Left Coast battle tested. It's a beta. Another beaner in the house, guys. It's phenomenal. I love my beaners, man. Um, it's crazy. As a migrant, as a Hispanic, as a Central American Hispanic, I have heard all kinds of things from all kinds of Hispanics in this country. And it blows my mind that the one thing that they tell me, like right now, here, read some of these comments. Richard Cranion says, sellout, number one. What's the other one? Coconut. What's the other one? I don't know, whatever the hell they're saying in there, right? So they're saying I'm a traitor. They're saying that I am, betraying my own people. Uncle Juan, there you go. Chifla su maíz. Papuchón, calm down, ese. Es el tío Tom, Uncle Tom. Anyways, so they say these things, and sometimes they're serious. Guys, what? Oh, I haven't even told you. Thank you for the likes, guys. I can't believe you guys got me almost to 100. One away from getting 100 likes. You guys are phenomenal. My patriot fellow Americans, I love you for the support. Who's number 100? Let me give you a prize. Justin Michael. I don't have prizes, bro. This channel is poor right now. But later, hopefully, we have some prizes to give away. We believe in God. Benito says 100. Jack is also calling it. Amanda's calling it. Man, everybody's calling 100. Everybody lying. Oh, man. Anyway, so let me get to what I was going to say. I appreciate you guys. Thanks for giving the likes. Some of the haters just took a like back. What's up with that, man? I let you insult me. I let you come here, call me names. The least that you can do is drop a damn like in there, man. That's all I'm asking for. Anyways, so they call me all these names. Now picture this, guys. They call me all these names because I stand for legal immigration, because I love the United States of America. I respect the law, and I want America to be great again, because America helps our countries. You see what I'm saying? And so there are some people that have left me comments like, why do you hate your people so much? You bring shame to your people. You bring shame to all Hondurans. And I'm like, okay, wait a minute. I already told you everything that I believe. Jasper, I don't like you either, but I still love you and hope that you get saved. I stand with everything against criminality. So who is bringing shame to Hondurans? The one that supports breaking the law? The one that supports criminals? The one that supports fraud? The one that doesn't love this nation but yet is here taking advantage of it and hating its people? I don't think that will bring happiness and joy and pride to Honduras. But I think that what I do does. I think, as a Honduran, I believe that my people are law-abiding. They're hard workers. They're very smart. I get it. A lot of them don't get the education that they need. It doesn't make them stupid. They're ignorant, but they're not stupid. There's a big difference between that. Ignorant just means that you haven't come across the knowledge, the information. Stupid is you have the knowledge and you don't know what the hell to do with it. So I'm going to tell you, when I go back home to visit I don't care if you're black skin. I don't care if you're white skin. I don't care if you're brown skin, red skin. It doesn't matter what you look like. I don't care if you're rich, if you're middle class, or if you're poor. When I come into your house and you got money, it doesn't mean shit to me. What means a lot to me, what brings me honor, is the kind of person that you are. Are you a loving person? Are you an honorable person? Are you hospitable? Do you like to help other people? Do you believe in God? Well, if you don't believe, that's okay. But the kind of person that you are is how I see you. So I can be the same guest at a rich person's house. I don't care what gold they have hanging. I don't care what crystal lights they have in their house. I don't care if I go into a hut where the floor is still dirt. If that person is honorable, I don't care what social status, what skin color you have, what ethnicity background you have, I will be the same Dennis in every and each and of those houses with every and each of those different people in Honduras. I go into huts. And as a matter of fact, I'm going to tell you something. I have dined with rich people, with multimillionaires. I'm still me. It doesn't change me. I have dined with people that have no money for food, and they're giving me the last bit of their food. And I tell this story before, and I don't know if you remember this one, Trinity, but two people that I told this story about. The one of them that I'm going to tell you is my neighbor. Now, some of you have seen the video of the area in Honduras where I grew up. I show you where the house is, etc. Her name is Melida, okay? She was a second mother to me because when my mother and my father moved into this neighborhood, they're right next to each other. They moved at the same time in the neighborhood. They built their houses at the same time. And as a matter of fact, my older brother and her older son, they traded titties, milk, because my mother wasn't there one time, and when my brother needed to eat, and she was taking care of him, so gave her some neighbor's milk. And the same thing happened when my mother was watching her kid. Well, she wasn't around. Well, she gave her some of her milk. My older brother is the same age as the older brother of my neighbors. Okay, so I remember going into her house. Now, mind you, guys, the husband, I love him. I love him very much. He was a second father to me, but he was not good with her. Okay. Now, mind you, he had money, but she didn't. And I remember coming into her house one time, and I was just coming to visit, but she offered me some food. And I said, sure, because she is in a very poor condition. And I know that when somebody feeds you, it's that you bless them for feeding you. And as I had a really hard childhood, I starved a lot when I was a kid, and she knows. And she used to feed me back then as well. But I went in there. She had a little bit of fried beans on her frying pan and a couple of eggs. Now, she didn't tell me at that time that's all she had, and she hadn't eaten anything all day. But while I'm in the middle of eating, I can see her face. She's hungry. She is hungry. Make America great again. Thank you, Justin, for the 5. God bless you, Patriot. Appreciate it. That's what I want to see on the weekend. And I am grabbing this food, guy. I kid you not. I am scraping the frying pan with the tortilla. And I'm eating, the 2 egg, man. I left nothing for her. But there's a reason why I didn't leave anything for her. I have money in my pocket. I can't remember how much it was, but it was over $100. And that's a lot of money in Honduras, just so you know. Especially back then when she did this for me. And I remember that I was like, oh, Amelia, thank you so much. I was like, that was so great. It's so tasty. I love it. I was like, so tasty. And I said, man, come here, give me a hug. And the women in Honduras back then, some still do, but back then they always walk around with an apron because they're always cleaning the house. They're always cooking. They're housewives. And their job is harder than here. There's no washing machines. Well, now they do have some people that have money. but she used to wash clothes for 5 kids by hand. She had to prepare breakfast. She had to prepare lunch. She had to prepare dinner. She never asked the kids to do the dishes. She did the dishes. She cleaned the house. She did everything. Impossible for a woman to do, but her and my mom did that stuff. Strong women, 100%. And so I felt I need to bless her. But I know that if I give her that money, she's going to say no. And so I gave her the money. I said, I got to go. Hey, listen, thank you so much for that. I'll come back and visit later, but I got to go, okay? God bless you. And I start running. Well, not running, but I started walking fast away from her. I'm a block away, and she says, Dennis, no, no, no. And she's like, she has the money. And I'm like, you better put that money away. Is somebody going to come and take that away from you? And I just kept ignoring her. I was like, I looked back real quick. I started waving the money. I was like, nope, nope. I said, bye. And I wave at her. But why do I tell you this story? Because whether I go to my cousins or to somebody else's house and they got money, of course I'm going to eat their food. Am I going to give them money? No, because they don't need it. But I'm still going to enjoy the food. I'm still going to love the attention. I'm still going to love the hospitality. They're not any better than me. I'm not any better than them. And then I go to a poor person's house. I eat all of their food that they have left over, but I bless them with money so they can go get more, and that's, I treat it the same way. You may think, oh, well, hey, you know what? Dude, what if the poor people didn't wash their hands? I don't give a shit. They gave me that little bit of food with all of their love. If I get diarrhea for a week, so what? Help me lose some weight. You know what I'm saying? There's a benefit to everything, my friends. There's a benefit to everything. It is a true story. And again, I thank you guys for the likes. You guys are actually true patriots. And not only are you patriots, but you show me a lot of love. Not too long ago, I was telling Trinity that, I can't wait for us to hit 7,600 subscribers. And we are at 7,660. And this was just a couple of days ago. So, you guys that keep coming in to visit the channel, subscribing, we get subscribers to drop. I get it. I do get it. You want to subscribe. You want to subscribe to people that you really want to listen to. And if you don't want to listen to me, I understand. Plus, if you're busy with life, everyday thing, I get it. But other than that, I thank you anyways. Now, somebody says that I'm kissing ass. And thank you, Dustin. Gregory says, I'm a bot. So Rolling Grox says, I'm kissing ass. Yes, I am. And I'm saying thank you with that. And I humble myself to all of you guys because, you know what? Maybe I don't deserve that support, but you're giving it to me. And I appreciate it. And I know that any act of kindness that you show towards your neighbor, God is going to bless you and give you more than what you actually give. Now, I believe that because I'm a believer. And I am not a perfect Christian. And I'm going to tell you something. If I see you on the street, if you see me on here chatting, don't think that I'm the kind of Christian that puts the other cheek. The only time that you're going to see my other cheek is if you're getting slapped back. Okay? But don't use religion to be mean to people. If you are allowed to say things to me, I should be allowed to say things to you. I'm telling you right now, I have been, whoa, 30 felonies, remember? How can I forget? Woo, let's go. Patriots, let's go. Because when the world hates us, we get stronger and we get up even taller and we keep moving forward. Let's go. Now, you see that face? It looks like I'm angry, but I'm not angry. It's just passion. Passion. Luis Montalvo, you're back, my friend. Welcome again. Oh, my goodness. Whoa. That devil's mask is looking pretty scary there, my friend. And this is why we pray to God in the name of Jesus Christ to deliver us from these people. Oof, man. You know what, though? I still don't lose hope that one day you will also be saved. Now, when I say that you're going, when Jesus comes back for us, I'm going to look back and I'm going to be like, yeah, that's the jerk that said that in my chat. No, I don't mean that. It's going to be a really sad time. It really will be. I think a lot of us will be very sad of all the things that are going to happen to a lot of the people here on this earth, not on this chat. All you guys are awesome. You guys are all phenomenal. Love every single one of you. Why do you hate Muslims? I'm glad you mentioned them because I do have to talk about it. It's not easy, but I still have to talk about it. If you haven't paid attention, if you don't know what's going on in Europe, then you don't know what the hell is about to happen here in the United States of America. There is a reason why President Donald Trump wants to make friends with Qatar, wants to make friends with all the Arabs in the Middle East. There is a reason why President Donald Trump destroyed the nuclear facility in Iran. There is a reason why he went and made them sign the Abraham Accords, right? That's what he likes to say it. And that's between Arabs and Jews. That's a treaty between them. What's happening in Hamas, that's totally different. A lot of Hamas soldiers, they don't want to fight anymore. But there's still those very strong radicals. They want to continue the violence. Here's the thing. A lot of Palestinians have gone back home. And unfortunately, their home right now is just gravel. It's just everything is destroyed. But what we hope that will happen, and I'm sure that once the United States of America gets a lot of their, we get rid of this actually corrupted government that we have shutting down the government. Once we get rid of these clowns in there, now those guys are bad clowns. They're not good clowns like I am. Once we get rid of these people, I think that the United States is going to be set in a place where we will be able to rebuild Gaza, and Palestinians will have a place to call home again. Now, personally, I think that giving Gaza to Palestinians is a big mistake. I think that Palestinians should live under Israel's rule and that they should declare their loyalty to Israel. Now, they can still worship their God. There's nothing against that. But they should claim their loyalty to that. Now, with that being said, Muslims, there's a few different kinds of Muslims, okay? And I hope that if it happens or when it happens, when the time is right, that those Muslims that seem to be good Muslims join us Christians as they have in the White House. You guys probably didn't pay attention to this, but President Donald Trump has Muslims in the White House. He has Christians. He's got bishops. He's got pastors. He's got a bunch of different religious people in there. He's like a Genghis Khan. He's allowing all these religions to be practiced. You got to practice. You have to have freedom of religion. There it is. So I'm going to tell you a story. And I was sharing this with my friend. His name is Samsam. He's from Iran. And I was talking with him. And speaking of, I need to go to the sauna tomorrow so I can talk with him as well. But I was talking with him, and I said, you're from Iran. Let me ask you. I said, how do you feel? How do you feel about Muslims? I said, are you Muslim? And he goes, oh no, I'm not Muslim. He said, but I know Muslim. He says, I'm what did he say he is? Buhal. Buhal, is that a thing? Oh my gosh, I forgot. I had it. Buhal. Does anybody know what religion that is? It's not Muslim, but he's from Iran. Anybody? Bai, there, yeah, something like that. Hobai? Bohai. I don't know. He just pronounced it. I never heard of this. It's some sort of religion. But he said, Baha'i. Yeah, Baha'i. Yeah, Baha'i. Thank you, brother. Double X. Thank you, man. Or woman. I'm assuming you're a man. E.T. Extraterrestrial. And he was telling me that, well, he goes to the temple for prayer. And Baha'i, I think you're right, brother. I don't know how to say it exactly. I apologize. But I say Baha'i, but I think he said Bahoy. I think it's what he said. He said something about the spelling is different than how we pronounce it here in America. But he said that he went to this Muslim temple, and they asked him why he didn't come and pray on a Sunday, and he says, "Well, I didn't want to go pray on Sunday." He said, "I pray anywhere. Doesn't have to be the temple," he says. Well, I call it temple, but I guess it's a mosque. But he said that there was another area. I don't know what he called it. I use temple. I apologize. I know the Muslims don't call them temples. We do. But I don't remember the name of the place because he didn't say it was a mosque. He just said the name of the place. You know what I mean? Kind of like the Jesus Christ Church or something like that. He didn't say, oh, it's a Mormon temple. No, he just gave me the name. But I know it's Muslims. And so I guess the leader, and he wears a uniform. He's a soldier, by the way. And he wears a uniform, and he says, at least that's what he told me. I don't know exactly what that meant. Hopefully it's not a terrorist. And then he says that the leader, after he came and got mad at him, he's like, whoa, how come you didn't come and pray? Blah, blah, blah. He's like, well, I pray everywhere. And they offer him a private room, and he says, so you can come. Now that I understand, where you're at, he says, we still accept you, because Iranians, they're all Iranians, but most of them they're just Muslims, okay? And he's a different, he's a Baha'i, oh my gosh, Baha'i. Guys, I'm so sorry. If any Iranians in here, I apologize. Please forgive me. Listen, as Christian, as religious as I am on the Holy Trinity, I have a lot of respect for other religions. I don't believe in them because I have my own belief, but I have a lot of respect, and that's a big difference. If I go into a Catholic church, a cathedral, I'm not going to be over there and right like the Catholics do. I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to pray to St. Peter, especially after he betrayed you. He denied Jesus 3 times. Remember that? Yeah, we ain't doing that. I'm not going to go over there and pray to St. Paul, to St. Thomas, and to all these other saints. I don't believe in that. But I will go in there to the front, and I'm going to say, Father, thank you for your love. Thank you for your mercy. I bless your holy name. I exalt you. I will tell him how wonderful he is, how awesome he is. And I'm going to say how imperfect I am. And I'm going to say how thankful I am. And I'm going to glorify him. And I'm going to say, let your Holy Spirit come upon us. And I'm going to say, in the name of Jesus Christ, my King, my Lord, I pray and say these things to you, my Lord. Our respect. It's a cathedral. It's a Catholic church. In Samoas, there is a lot of Adventists. There's a lot of, what's the most famous one I hear a lot? Methodists. There's a lot of Mormon. There is Catholic, of course. Methodist is kind of like a derive of Catholicism, I guess, in a way. Not everybody follows all the rules of the Bible, but they do their best. It's not my job to condemn those denominations, but I will tell you this. I don't know, Mill. I missed your question. Sorry about that. So I will tell you this. I said all of these things so I can tell you this. I believe that if we allow Muslims to continue to make mosques in our country, we are going to be doomed. And there is this guy that I really like. What's his name? What's his name? Masad Hamud. What is his name? Oh my gosh, it's escaping my brain. What's the name of that prince? The son of the co-founder of what you might call it? Of Hamas. I know it's Youssef, but I can't remember the first name. Let me see if I can find it here real quick. Let me see. This guy has been warning. Oh, what the hell? I'm typing on the wrong computer. This guy has been warning us that this will happen, and he warned Europe, England, the UK, or whatever you want to call them, and he didn't want to listen. They didn't want to listen, and now they are afraid of doing real journalism because they fear for their life. He said in the town where he's at, he doesn't see white people. He said, not that I want to see white people, but all you see is Muslims. And the cops don't even go in there. That's how much the Arabs have conquered that city and that area in the UK. And now they have an Arab Muslim in their council, in their government. People are afraid for their lives. So I don't hate them, but what I hope for is that Muslims, when it comes time to rebel against jihad and Sharia law, I would hope that the Muslims that don't follow that law, that have somewhat assimilated to the United States of America, will stand by our side. So it's not hate, Mill, pushing hate. Knowing nothing about a subject. Yeah, no. It's not hate. I want you to understand something. As Christians, I want to tell you right now, as Christians, if I see any Christian group trying to conquer the United States of America and trying to bring some brutal law from fake God to control the people, to oppress the people, I'm the first one to jump against them. And I will eat them alive with the same Bible and probably smack them upside the head with the same Bible that they're using. That's what I believe. And that's what I would expect from Muslims that are good. Because none of us, Christians here today, are the Spanish Inquisition. None of us are the dumb British government that was using the Church of Christians to oppress other nations. We don't agree and we don't support it. That's why that's abolished. You understand? The reason why you have a freedom of religion in this country is because we are not those type of Christians anymore. Period. So it's not hate, but if you really want to know the difference between these Muslims, read the Quran and learn what their culture actually teaches. There's a great warrior. It's a descendant, I think. It's a descendant of, this is a Turkish Muslim culture. He's a descendant of Ertugrul. I don't know if you ever heard of this Turkish warrior. But his son was Omar. I don't remember his last name. Every time they will go into battle, they will always go Allahu Akbar, right? And every time they said, I hope that the people are blessed and that everything is good and that we can have peace. They always said, Inshallah. Let it be God's will. And then amongst them, the brother will be so religiously and hateful towards Christians that he will fight his own brother. They're both Muslims. So they will fight each other. Now, of course, his brother, who stands with his faith and wants to have a relationship or a friendship with Christians and others, Allah is blessing him for his faith. And then he's able to conquer. He was betrayed. He was almost beheaded. He was almost killed by his own brother. And that's the difference. You have good Muslims and you have bad Muslims. You got good Christians, you got bad Christians. The difference is that we are going to stand against bad Christians. Like, for example, here, let me tell you a story. I'm sorry, guys. I got lots of stories, but they're true, and it's things that I have practiced. I had a co-worker. He was a Muslim. He will come to me, and he says, I'm a Muslim, and I follow this, and I got to do my fasting, and I got to do this, and I got to do that. And I said, whoa. You're a Muslim. I said, that's good. I said, so you follow the Muslim rules? He's like, yeah. I said, well, one of the rules is that you're not supposed to do this and do that. Why are you doing it? Wait, what? How do you know that? I said, well, I got this little book called the Quran, and what you're saying, you're not practicing. And he's like, whoa, what? He's like, how do you know? And I was like, I'm going to show you. I said, I'm going to bring you the Quran next time I come. And then I showed him the next day. I said, well, here's the Quran. What do you think? He's like, that is the real Quran. And so he stopped working there. But that's not the story I want to tell you. I met Muslims from Ghana. And man, these people were dark. but Ghana or Gambia. Oh my God, I keep forgetting. I think it's Ghana. And I only met them because I was a leasing agent. Okay, they were my tenants, and I have met them, and I know that he was a Muslim, so I always respected him. And when he came into the office, and I would say, Saeed, assalamu alaikum, he's like, malaikum salam, right? He always came and saluted me. And he said, oh, you're Muslim? I said, no. I said, I'm not a Muslim. I said, I'm a Christian. He's like, oh, I see. He says, I have Christian friends. And I was like, well, that's awesome. I said, I got some Muslim friends as well. And we're going way back to 2019, by the way, just in case you didn't know. And so I always talk with him. I said, tell me about it. This is how I got interested on. And then I downloaded an app that it was called the Quran for Muslims. And in this Quran for Muslims, they were actually telling Muslims that they must kill Christians, Jews, and any other infidel. That's the Muslim culture. That is the religion. You said nothing. No. The first example of that co-worker is he was telling me that he's a Muslim, and he was telling me that he says this and he practices this and he practices that. And when I called him on it, I say, well, actually, the Quran says this, but you don't practice that. And he was surprised that I knew more than he did, even though I'm a Christian. How about that? So the real story is this. The Muslims that I met a lot of them through being a leasing agent in the apartments. They knew I was Christian. I knew they were Muslims. And I remember one time, and this is what I love about these people. This is how I know that there is good Muslims, okay? Now, they were not Arabs. They were African, and maybe that's the difference, okay? They reserved the cabana because they were going to have a fellowship. Now, everybody came in there. All these African people from the same country. I don't want to say it's Gambia anymore. I think it's Ghana. I can't remember. Whatever, some African country, okay? And everybody brought their food, their dishes. It was like a potluck, right? And then I came in and checked on them to see how everything was okay, blah, 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 making sure nobody's bothering them, everything is cool. And they said, Dennis, come here. And I said, okay, sure. Hey, what's going on? And he said, we want you to eat something with us. And I said, oh, no, I shouldn't. Okay, what do you got? I can never say no to food. So just so you know. And so he's okay, this one right here, my sister in church, right? I don't know how to say it, church, whatever, the Muslim sister, okay? Just like I call Trinity my sister, okay? He's like, yeah, this one was made by my sister. He said, be honest. If you don't like it, it's okay. I don't like it. And I was like, oh, thank you. That's okay. Don't worry. And then this one was here. It was made by this sister. And I said, you know what? I'm going to grab a little bit of everything because I don't want to offend anybody. So I grabbed my plate. I grabbed blue, blah, blah, boom. I got like 6 different things that they had. And I tasted the one that he said, I don't like this one. I tasted it. I don't know what the hell she put in that food, but it was some sort of herb, and it just tasted gross, period. And I said, brother, I'm so sorry. Please forgive me. I cannot eat this. And I ate the rest of the food, and I said, can I have more of that right there? That was very good. He said, of course. And if I kept asking them, they would give me more. And they all knew that I am Christian. And I told them, I said, and I'm not Asian. I'm not, guys, I don't bow out of, you're godly. I don't know why I do that. Out of respect, it's like, thank you guys so much. Thank you so much. Thank you for the food. That was great. And thank you. And that's just me. And so I never have had a bad experience with Muslims. Thank goodness. Now, I will tell you, in Honduras, they try to make a mosque. And who knows, maybe by now they succeeded. But first, salud. They try to put a mosque close to where our church was when I was in Honduras. It was not successful. They were Um, they were violent people, not the same kind of Muslims. And it was sad because we were always nice to them, and they just didn't like us. They told us to get away from them. They didn't invite us in. They didn't allow us to be, close to their temple. They never invited us for anything. So, whatever. And, whatever, to each his own, right? All I know is that in the UK, Muslims, the bad ones, are taking over and they are destroying the UK. Look it up. Look it up. There's a lot of shit going on in the UK right now. Their own people they can't do anything. And that is exactly what we're trying to prevent here in the United States of America. The moment that you go woke, you'll definitely go broke. It's true. I don't care what anybody in here says. I've seen it. We're not blind. There's a lot of great people out there that are reporting this information. And I have heard it from their own mouth of this lazy, entitled, Muslim, hateful people. They see you and me as fallen angels. They say we are beneath them. We are infidels. They took over UK by mass illegal immigration. The dumbass British, they don't know what to do anymore. They are this close to a civil war. If you think that here in America we're close to civil war, no, they are very close to civil war. And mark my words, if they go to civil war, you better buckle up, Dorothy, because you're not going to be in Kansas anymore. I'm telling you right now. I saw so many people at the gun store today. It was crazy. I was looking for a rifle. Crazy. Mind you, I'm a gun owner. I got permit, etc. It's not too bad. Once you get it, you only got to wait about 2 weeks. But I'm telling you, America's getting ready. Now, this message is only for our American patriots that believe in the Second Amendment. For all you losers that don't believe in the Second Amendment, I think it's so hypocritical for you to be walking the street with a rifle hanging from your neck. I think it's very hypocritical for you to be walking down the street with a handgun on your waist. You guys need to give up your weapons because you don't believe in the second right. Isn't that interesting? Oh, I don't believe in Christmas, but yet you take the holiday off, don't you? Don't you? See how that works? You see how that works? Who is a liar and a hypocrite? Let's face it. If there is a Muslim holiday, well, I'm going to be part of it. You know why? Because it's a holiday that I accept that they should have. Why not? And if I'm going to be part of it, well, let me be a part of it. I don't have to do everything they do, but if I get to take a day off, I'll take a day off, especially if it's paid, right? So there you go. That is the differences between us and them. Yeah, Detroit and Minneapolis. Oh my gosh, Amanda. I am telling you, I do not hate Muslims. I do not hate my Latino people. But I do not stand with people that want to destroy America. I will never side with criminals. The people that are criminals are the ones that hate me supporting the American law. The criminals are the ones that hate me defending the police, the federal agents, ICE, FBI, and the president who is fighting for our country. A Nobel Peace Prize winner, honorable lady from Venezuela, agrees with all of us patriots. So now what? What? Zelensky came to the States and was disrespectful. You know what he is today? Respectful. China was laughing at us when Biden went to visit him. That's how they did. Their face was like this. Like, look at this loser. America's effed up. That's what they were doing. There's a picture of him walking, and you see all the leaders in the back as the camera's moving around, taking pictures of him, and the Chinese in the back are like this guy, he don't even know where the hell he's going. But now, holy shit, Trump is in office. Hey, Putin, we might have to wait another 3.5 years to do what we wanted to do, because this man, this Cheeto, this orange man, I'm going to call him an orange beaner because he loves Latinos. And this taco guy, he's going to be in office for another 3.5 years. We better be careful. Let's bring it back a little bit, because we don't want that orange man to go crazy on us. And so, so now Xi and Putin, even though they're still lying, even though they're still getting away with some stuff, we do not want to give away all of our playing cards, as President Donald Trump likes to put it. Love President Donald Trump. God bless this union right here. God bless Israel and the United States of America being together. An African president was talking shit about Trump, about the United States of America. You guys remember this guy? He came to the Oval Office, and President Trump, he said, wait a minute, I got something to show you. Turn the lights off. Dim the lights, dim the lights. Shoot the ball. Ooh, ah, shoot the ball. Kill the farmer. Huh? You guys remember that? Yeah. He came over here humble. Oh, I remember that video. I remember the video, and I also remember I was talking shit about you. I'm sorry. That's not. Hey, we're changed people. We are changed people. King Trump in the house. He had to humble himself, show respect to the United States of America. And if they honor and respect President Donald J. Trump, they honor and respect you, the American people. And I'll take some of that, because now I'm an American as well. Woo! Let's go. Let's go. Facts. Let's go. Facts. Oh, man. I don't want to talk about Prophet Muhammad, bro. There's a lot of things that don't line up with this guy. That just doesn't line up. Just not going to do it. We're not going to do it. Not going to do it. Oh, man. That's all the thunder that I have for tonight, guys. I think we're good. I think we're good. Letitia James is finally going to be, well, I don't know, man. I can't even say she's going to jail. I hope she goes to jail, honestly. That's what I'm hoping for. I'm hoping that she goes to jail. But other news, anybody else have any questions? Let's go. Any questions? Why do you support Israel? Well, there's a couple of reasons. And the main one is because my God is the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. And that is the God that I follow, I worship, and believe in. And even though a lot of Jews don't believe in Jesus Christ, I do. They don't have to. I don't have to convince them. Their souls will be judged by God himself, not by me. But you know what they do? They show us some love. And you know what I noticed with Israel? They are starting to quote the Bible more and more each day. And that's awesome. You know, they don't call us Christians idiots, like we don't know what we're talking about. They appreciate, even though they have their own Judaism, their, what do people call us? Zionists, whatever. I don't even know what the hell that means. I don't know. I don't care about that. I care about what I believe. And what's good about that is that they know that we worship their God, who has adopted us by grace to be his people as well. We are the adopted children of Israel, but we're not Jews. So stop acting like you're a Jew. If you are in a very religious church and you think that by putting the Star of David on you, when you put the little nuts that's given to the priest and to their worshipers, that's not you. You're a Gentile. Stop. What do they say when you wear an army uniform but you're not in the military? Stolen valor. It's kind of like that in a religious way. You are not been blessed. You have not been brought up in the Jewish tradition. You haven't learned the Torah. You have not been blessed by the rabbis. Stop acting like a damn Jew. I apologize. I didn't mean to say damn Jew, but you know what I mean. God bless my Jew brothers, man. God bless you. You guys are so blessed. You have no idea. All you got to do is pray to God and he's got you. Okay? Yeah. Anyways, what I said wrong. Let's see this. Your face watching his kids become pink mist. I don't know what that means. I gave you a chance, Mill, but I think you blew it right now. Good night, Irma. Irma's going to sleep. Okay, Irma, have a good night, sweetheart. Abuela. All right, let's see. What do we got here? Hydro says, this dude is so smart. Thank you, Beta. Saber Soul 6 says, Beta. Delusional Scott Norris. Well, I don't know. With that name, I guess you are delusional. El Pinche Memo says, America way. Way to go, America. All right, man. Have a good night, brother. Trainer says, Justin Michael, 100%. Hydro, you just know what's going on Israel, brother. Okay, sure. Sure. We don't know. Oh, Scott Norris. I was surprised, bro. You haven't been that evil to me here. To see Trump slam, to see have you seen the shouting on Christians in Israel? There is good Christians. Again, I'm going to say it again, just for you. There is good Christians and there's bad Christians. If you guys are not Christians, shut the hell up. Just seriously, just shut up. Unless you're a believer and you follow the Bible, say something. But if you don't believe in the Bible, if you don't believe in God and you're not Christian, shut the hell up. Easy. Yes, they did. And that's their soul. That's not for me to judge. God's going to judge them. That's where I'm at with that. We love our ICE agents. Thank you, Trinity. Yes, we do. All right, I'll take a couple of questions. Anybody? Questions, not stupid ass comments. Questions. Let's see. Hiking cucumber. Yes, I will be. 100% for sure. And I hope that I'm saved. I hope that I am saved. That is what we do. Yeah. Rolling rocks. Bro, I'm not even going to translate that, bro. LTD thinks that I'm racist. Sure, I'm sure. EH, yes. I am married. Let's see, why do you approve of masked men taking fathers and mothers away from children in this country? Oh, Trekfresh. Man, that's a good question. Because they work undercover. And if they are known to be who they are, they'll get ducks. And we can't have that. Why don't I'm going to ask you a similar question. Why don't you go protest why Antifa has masks? Why don't you go find out why Antifa gets to commit all this violence and why all these lawyers and firms are at them, getting them off the hook like that? With what money? Why don't you go ask those questions? Scott Norris, I apologize, bro. I thought you gotta put at, so that way I know it's not me. Otherwise, I'm taking the stone, bro. Yeah, you're trying to hit somebody, but you're hitting me with it. That's funny, bro. I just came up with that. That was actually pretty good. All right, so you see what I'm saying? I want you to ask those questions. Okay, but I appreciate it. Let's see. She's very lucky, and so are we for. Oh, thank you, EH. No, I'm lucky. that you guys are here. Liz Montalvo said, bro, what the hell, dude? Luis, oh, bro, I got to see you in person, bro. We got to eat some tacos and have some stories, bro. I have a feeling that Luis Montalvo, he's a jackass, but I think he might be my kind of jackass, to be honest. I know you guys like to troll and everything, but I find that there is a lot of good people out there. Now, I want to give a big shout out. Before I tell you the name, I'm going to look it up because I want to make sure that's the right one. And let's see. Hopefully, Albertinos. Let's see. No, that's not it. No. Oh, man, come on. I guess I can't get a shout out today, but wait a minute. I think I may have taken a picture. I do have a shout out, guys. I do have a shout out. These people are so lovely. Took some pictures of some guns earlier. No. Man, I thought I took a picture of the restaurant. But it might still be on my search. Give me 1 second, guys. I know we're almost done. Maybe. It's Saturday. We might just restart and keep going. Alberto's? Big shout out to Alberto's. Now, they're not paying me for this. It's not a sponsor. YouTube, calm down and stop trying to demonetize my videos, you bastards. Try to find anything you can to oh my gosh, to demonetize my videos. We work hard for this, man. Alberto's Mexican restaurant. Hopefully I spelled that right. Big shout out to them. And they actually have different locations throughout Washington, Seattle, Edmonds, Everett, etc. Great tacos. They have some great food. I don't know. I think I mentioned this before, but I went into the place. Now, mind you, I'm having my Make America Great hat again, the black one with the two American flags. I got my 9mm sticking out of my side of my hip. And I go in there, and the girl, which is the daughter of the owner is the cook. She looks at my hat like this. Hi, how are you? It's good to see you again. There was not much expression going on with that face. But man, her mom is such a great cook. They're Mexicans. They are Mexicans. And I was talking with the daughter, and let me see what you said. Bet you can use that 9mm. Bruce, maybe not, bro. I've hit the middle many times, but I'm not that good. I don't think so. I'm okay, just enough, just enough to defend myself, I guess, or at least to make noise, to make people run. But anyways, I was talking with her because I found it. I was not surprised at her reaction. I expected it. I just, I expected it. And so I started talking with her about it. And I say, does this bother you? And she says, no. And I said, why? He's like, I don't know. And I said, well, it shouldn't bother you. If we support and we love this country, we got to support all of the laws in this country. And she says, very smart girl, by the way, she's probably early 20s. And she says, well, we know that. And people that come here illegally know that. And that at any given time, they can be deported. So yeah, I agree with the law. And I'm trying to make it, to where I want her to communicate, let's talk with me. And of course, it's busy. So a lot of people are coming in. Of course, they're all Hispanic, except for this one white guy that came in, right? And they're all Hispanics. They see my Make America Great Again. Some of them say hello. Some of them were just, yeah, whatever. They don't care. And I found it very interesting. And I thought that it would be a good thing to share with you guys, because it's a true experience. And I sat there and I talked with this guy, um, who I think is actually, he might be Honduran. He looked Honduran to me. But, they didn't have a problem with my hat, Make America Great. And there's like a lot of search. And she told me it's been a big search of Hispanics around here. And I said, yeah, I know. I see it. Cutting Edge says, thank you for the super chat, bro. I appreciate it. Antifa was found in 1930, 1940, and talked with the Austrian guy. They have a connection. JFK was surely assassinated for that CIA. And the Muslim Brotherhood, all the socialism and communists are with them. Search this rabia hole. Thank you, Cutting Edge. Appreciate it, bro. Thanks for the support. There's a lot of theories that we can have, but they really are just theories. But I will tell you this, that on this last roundtable that President Donald Trump had with all those journalists, right? They're not from legacy media. They're just journalists, people like us, trying to find out the truth, trying to see what's going on in our state, in our country. And, they came over there with some receipts. Even one of the girls in there that I don't really like that much, but she used to be a reporter back then. Even she admitted, she says, I was told not to tell you this, President Trump, but I'm going to tell you anyways. I used to have TDS and I have been cured, and I am a lot happier now that I am cured, and that I seem to even get a little bit prettier because of that. And of course, she's being jokeful with President Trump, and he replies, very beautiful, But the thing is, like, until people find out the truth, they're always going to fight us. They're always going to push back until they are willing to accept the reality in life. They will never be able to tell what the truth is and what isn't. So, I don't know about going that far with Antifa. I mean, the only reason why I will give you that argument there, Cutting Edge, is because I think that was about around the time of the communists in this country, and the Marxists, I think, that were pushing the whole Nazi, fascist, and bigot words out there to actually brainwash people. You say a lie long enough, they believe. You're going to start believing it, and that's what these people have. They don't have a mind of their own. Let's see. Pinche Memo says, are you okay with the federal taxing the hell out of you and your kids? Well, number one, it's not the federal government that's taking all the taxes away from us. It is our local government. It is our governor in our state that's taking the shit out of our taxes. So it's not the president. It's not a federal thing. We are paying federal taxes, but when you claim taxes every year, I'm sure you get money back. And if you don't get money back, good for you. That means that you're actually paying taxes and you are a good supporter of this country. Now tell me, if you are in California and you pay state taxes, how much state taxes do they refund you? Zilch, zero, nada. Because those taxes go to illegal immigrants' healthcare and other programs, by the way. Let's see, the laws of the land, you are to follow the word of Jesus alone. Nope, you're wrong. You are to respect the law of the land. You are to follow Jesus Christ for our salvation. I'm glad I read that comment. That was actually pretty good, pretty good. Let's see. Beth says, no, $20 billion to Argentina. Wait a minute. I don't know what the hell happened there. Maybe, Beth, I misread this. But let's be clear. $20 billion to Argentina was not free. There was a deal being made. We're getting something back in return. And the $200 million, actually, President Trump is paying for that. Amongst his donors are also paying for that. That's not taxpayers' dollars. That's not federal taxes being taken from us to build that. I hope that makes sense. And I hope that that's what you think. Let's see. Did you talk about the $20 billion farmers lost to Argentina? No, because China doesn't want to buy soybeans from us. So we got to figure out a way to combat that. And Argentina will be one of the solutions. We'll talk about farmers some other time. I am pro-farmer. And I'm pissed off because the biggest reason is not that. The biggest reason why farmers are in trouble is not because President Donald Trump. The biggest reason why the farmers are in trouble is because of our coward governors that we keep putting in office here in Washington State and throughout these blue states. That's what it is. That's the problem. But we're going to try to change that next election. Let's see. After his term, I'd be more than happy to be against this loser. Let's see. Trek Fresh, you align with America hating domestic terrorists. Amanda Aqua Blue, we should all be seeking the truth. Amen, Amanda. Good for you, Mama. Let's see. Bruce says, Dennis, you are so smart. It's hilarious. I hope they never deport you. Thank you, Bruce. Bruce, you are a beta. Man, such a wonderful comment. Thank you, guys. Thank you, guys. Let's see what else we got in here. Dice Goblin Wannabe says, at Bruce Capelli, projecting your insecurities on others isn't a good look, bro. You're lucky that I made a comment that was positive and I didn't read your negative BS. Beta! Let's see. Trek is Antifa. Maybe. There is one person here that is Antifa that like to put the red and black flags. Stands for what? Anarchy. And what's the other one? Somebody. Let me see if you guys are paying attention. What does the red flag stand for? Let's see if we have any Antifa guys in here. You guys know the colors of your stupid flags? You were bullied school by other fellow Hispanics for not fitting in, says what the F. No. And nobody, no Hispanic, only blacks did that, but and some whites. They became my friends after I beat them up. Let's see. You lie about everything, Dennis. Dennis is a what? Luis Montalvo. I was just saying some nice things about you. I take it all back. You're a beta. Let's see. Hydro America is red, white, and blue. Proof back there. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Let's see. Bruce Caparelli says, I come on here just to let you guys know real men think that you are not a joke and that we don't know any better. Thank you, Bruce. Thank you. I appreciate your dumbness. Let's see. Make nice, says Ryan. Yet you support separating children from family. Josue, who supports separating family in the United States? The one that breaks the law, or the one that defends the law? Who's at fault? President Donald Trump offered all the illegal immigrants a free plane and bus ride back to their country with some money, with an access for a future visit. They don't want to go. Well, they got to go. So ICE comes for them. It's that simple, my friend. So who is wrong? If you support families being together, you should support them deporting themselves. Matter of fact, you're probably legal yourself. So how would you say this? If you really care about children being with their parents, support ICE, support legal migration, support them self-deporting so that they can stay together with their families. You don't understand what I'm saying. You don't understand what I'm saying. Respect the damn law. If you're a criminal, if I'm a criminal, I'll be separated from my children if I commit a crime. They'll put my ass in jail. My kids don't go there. My wife don't go there. I go there. So if you are breaking the law and you come to this country illegally, it's your fault. Anybody that breaks the law comes here illegally, they will be deported. And there is a chance that they will have been separated from their family. So no, bro, you're not going to change my mind on that. You came here legally. Yes, I did. I did come here legally. The sign guide is ashamed. No, he's not. You're an idiot. If anything, God is ashamed of you supporting criminality, supporting breaking the law. You are the shame. You are the scum in this country, not the people that defend it. We don't go to Mexico and try to invade Mexico. We go there to help. We don't go to Mexico to help ourselves. We go there to help them. And that's a difference. When they come here, they don't come over here to help us. They come to help themselves. And that's a big difference. Huge difference. No Latino or migrant will ever be able to convince me that it's okay to come into this country illegally. Now, you may play some Americans for fools and play to their emotions, but I don't play to emotions. I play to the law. And you got to respect it. And if you're a Christian, or you call yourself such a Christian, you will respect the law. As long as you're a criminal, as long as you are using fake papers, as long as you don't have a permission to be in this land, you are breaking the law, and that goes against what God has put in order. If you really, really read the Bible, God allowed for governments to be in place. And why? Because the people asked for it. So now you made your bed, you sleep in it. I can't believe the stupidness. I know that's not a word, but I can't believe the stupidness of people. Listen, I talked to my brother today. My brother did come here illegally. And I told him he was wrong. And I talked to him and I said, you've been here for as long as I have been, but I've never been illegal. And I said, I made this YouTube channel. I called him up. I said, I made this YouTube channel, and, somebody made a comment, that we're not, that you, my family, probably hates me for the way that I talk about immigration. And you know that if anybody is illegal in this country, eventually they will be deported. Maybe they'll get papers. I said, but you know that if you would have been deported with your wife, I got your back. I'll help you out as much as I can. I'll send money to Honduras, and you'll be fine. You're smart. You can do a business over there. Hey, And he says to me, well, a lot of people are going to hate you. A lot of people are not going to like you. But you're right. That's from my older brother. Not the one that used to beat me. This is the other one. I have two older brothers. And he says, but you're right. And I am happy that you're standing up for what you believe. I know we came here illegally, but if I would have been deported, he said, I would have gone. If they didn't give me a green card and I would have heard about self-deporting, I would have self-deported. That's my brother that said that. The same one that you guys think hates me because of my stance on legal immigration. Oh, Rahayu, here we go. We got a Muslim Antifa. Is that right? Am I reading that right? I don't know. That's what it sounds like you're saying there. Thank you, Paul. And welcome, my friend. God bless you, man. God bless you. Right back at you. God bless you and your family. May peace be upon you and your family, my friend. Why do the Dems hate on legal immigrants but welcome illegal immigrants with open arms? Chicano, is because they make money on illegal immigrants. They don't make money on legal migrants. There's a lot of NGOs that take a lot of money for illegal immigrants. And politicians, well, they just get richer and richer, while the rest of us don't get jack squat. You don't know what you're saying, says Josue. Josue, if you were born in this land, you're a moron if you don't protect this land. You don't know what you're talking about. But I can tell you that every single person that I talk to in person, even the ones on the street, I don't want to go put myself out on the street and have somebody shoot me. That's not what I want. But every time that I talk to a Hispanic, whether they, agree with me or not, it doesn't matter. And I always make that very clear. But I always tell them, hey, listen, so, here's where I stand. If somebody's illegal and they get deported, they get deported. I get the same answer. Yeah, well, I'm illegal, but if I get deported, I'll probably just come right back. And I said, and you can do that, but It's not going to be nice on you and your family. They stay quiet about it. But some people just don't care. They just don't care. TA says, so Trinity, posting the passage where he says abortion is murder should be easy then, right? What are you talking about? What are you guys are talking about? I don't know what you guys are talking about. What are you talking about? TA, what the hell are you talking about? The one who asked. Nobody asked the one who asked. Beta! It's part of God's plan, though. We're not filthy rich because God loves us. No, being money rich doesn't mean that God loves you, doesn't mean that you're blessed. Unless your faith is on God and you're doing things the right way, then yes, it can be a blessing. It's about having humane laws. Yes, they got citizenship in their country. That's where they belong. If they don't have a permission to come here, they don't have to come here. The United States is not mandatory by God that they have to allow them in here. You know who agrees with me today that didn't yesterday? President Claudia Sheinbaum. That's who agrees with me today. She didn't agree with me yesterday, but she does today. The same dumb ass comments that you're making here, I was saying to the people, respect immigration, respect the law. Don't come here unless you can come here legally. Listen, whatever the hell happens in Central America, I'm about to shut you up right now. They were coming to Mexico. And when they were asked, oh, you're going to the United States of America? They said, no, we are coming to Mexico and we're staying here. And that's how it works. And now Claudia Sheinbaum has all these hundreds of thousands, well, I don't know if it's hundreds already, but thousands and thousands of illegal immigrants. She shut down the southern border of Mexico. She sent the National Guard down to southern Mexico. You know what she does today? She agrees with this guy that you're hating. That's right. And a lot of Mexicans say the same thing that we have been saying for a long time. Mass migration is bad for every single country. Groceries go up, rent goes up, housing goes up, property taxes goes up, benefits get depleted. Everybody gets screwed by mass migration. I don't give a shit how much land you think we have in the United States of America. That doesn't mean anything. Mexico has the same amount of land. And they got more forests than we do. And yet, people want to come here. So now, go ahead and argue with me, Cerote. Argue with me that what I'm saying is wrong. When Mexico says the same things that we are saying here and have been saying. We've been warning them. Yeah, Peter, please, bro. Please. Go listen to the news, will you? You speak Spanish? Don't look for translations. Listen to yourself in Spanish. Go listen to Claudia over there crying about this border being shut down because now she can't afford to have all these illegal migrants. Peter, with that American name, bro, I don't even know why I even said that to you. You're a moron. Crazy Ange, how are you? Cheers to you, right back. Lannis is laughing her butt off. You're trying to get a niche to make money and attention? Charcoal Sweater, if I was getting a niche and making money, I'll be seeing super chats left and right. Of course, money helps. You think we do this shit for free? You think I'm spending time away from my family so I can do this for free? Every laborer is worthy of pay, my friend. And you as a hater, I can tell you that you're not going anywhere in life. You should be happy somebody's telling the truth. You should be happy that somebody's upholding the law for this country. You should be happy that somebody cares for these people. This ain't labor. What you're doing is not labor, and you're probably getting paid for being a troll. Who knows? 300,000 to be exact, Ronald. Over 300,000 children missing thanks to this illegal immigration problem. And all of you fools that support illegal immigration are guilty of that. Go live with yourself after that. Anywho, President Claudia Sheinbaum from Mexico agrees with me. Mass migration is bad for the economy of every country. I've explained this before. Every city, every state has a budget that says this is the growth of the population in America. Oh, good job, Trinity. Above and beyond. Let's go. Lives in chat are trying to convince me that Jesus would agree with abortion and child transmute. What? No, he wouldn't. Jesus would never agree with that. you guys are dumb, dude. Like I said, if you don't believe in the Bible, if you don't believe in God, man, you guys are screwed. And you coming in here and trying to talk Bible, trying to talk belief with people that believe, you're going to lose every single time, Satan. You're going to lose every single time, Lucifer. That's not how it works. I don't care. You might have to send some better demons to come over here and try to lie to us because we know the truth. We know the truth. Every life is precious. Now, I know Trinity disagrees with me on some of the things that I say, but I believe that if people can, they should. And I'm not talking about abortions. But if you're willing, there's a very small percentage that something goes wrong. And in those situations, if there's no choice, I get it. But if there is a choice, the choice is always no to abortion. 100%. It's always no to abortion, period. All right, let's see what we got. I've allowed Native Americans had established laws. The Europeans respect them. Lana, they have no freaking laws. Are you stupid? What laws do they have? If you cross their property, you get hit with an arrow. Apaches come over here and scalp their own Indians. What the hell are you talking about, Lana? Yeah, you know what else is ignorance? Ignorance itself. You are so uninformed about our native lives here in the Americas. You must be the most retarded person in this chat today by saying that. If you don't know native history, don't be an idiot. Learn it first, and then bring your comments. Don't come over here making statements on a lie. There was no laws. There's a big difference between having laws and some sort of rules for the house. Oh, you did not say that the natives had laws. No, there was no laws. There's only rules. Rules are not the same as laws. That was per tribe. No, that's not a law. Rules, Romans had laws. Yes, Romans did have laws. They were an empire. Native Americans were not an empire. They were more like nomads. They live on the land and survive off the land as they could. They were not an empire. They did not have cities. Yeah, no, we had tribes. We have small villages, not cities. In Mexico, we have big temples for the Aztecs. That's about it. That's about it. But there's no cities. They don't even know what the hell that was. They just live off the land. So today, you can't just go into somebody's property. You know, the same thing. But if you cross the border, why do you respect that, but you don't respect the border? Why do you bring out the past if you can't respect the present? Does it make you feel like a better person because you're bringing out past that you can change? Why is it that people always bring out the past to make themselves feel better about the present? You know, if we could go back in time, how many times have we told this to ourselves? Ozzy, Ronald, to Trinity, any of you guys, how many times have we said, if we can go back to being this age, man, I will do so many things different. If I was able to go back in time, I would do this so different. But guess what? We can't. We got to do with what we got today. And we got to move forward. But you keep bringing this BS that this is stolen land. Number one is conquered land. It's not the same as stolen. Survival of the fittest. And guess what? Now all of our native tribes are protected by a real government, by a real country, a good union, by a good United States of America. They are all protected. Lana, you are a fool if you don't believe that. Native tribes are sovereign land. They got their own rules. They even have their own police. Nobody else is allowed to police there. But they have their own police. They have their own government. And yet, nobody throws a missile on them because we protect them. Fact. What? Ah, man. I'm trying to like put a different spin on your ignorance, on your stupidity. How can I spin this different so that it makes sense to you? Would it have been better if 100% of the natives were wiped out? Would that be better? Yeah? Is that what you want, Lana? Would you like to make our native families go extinct? Would that make you happy? Tell me, how big are the cities in our native tribal land? Go ahead, Lana. Go ahead and tell me, what kind of buildings do we have in our ancestor land? Go ahead, tell me. Uh-huh. Yeah. Who else is supporting that? Who else is supporting Lana? Of course, Josue. Yeah, exactly. Millions of people have died. Why bring out the past? Let's move forward. Respect what we got today. Our ancestors signed deals, treaties, agreements, contracts. You don't say shit because you were not in that time. Our ancestors knew better than you do today. They knew they got a great deal. You don't know jack squat because you didn't live in their time. I talked with the elders of the tribal union here in Washington. They don't like it. They don't like the history. But they have to agree. If it wasn't for the white man, they would be extinct. Because they would have ended up killing each other. I had an argument with a native from Canada. And I said, he said the same thing you said. Oh, the United States of America is stolen land. And I said it's not stolen. It's conquered. Yeah, by the white man. Oh, no, the white man's bad. Oh, the white man destroyed the natives and they're just the evil, racist people. And I said, well, what's the problem? They were conquered, period. Doesn't matter who conquered them. They were conquered. Well, if my tribe, if it wasn't, listen to the stupid argument that he makes. If it wasn't for the white man, my tribe would have conquered all of them of the United States of, oh my fucking God. Are you kidding me? Sorry about that. This way. Are you kidding me? Lana, I am more native than your ass will ever be. Now what? Now what? Keep stalking your ignorance. He said, if it wasn't for the white man, my tribe, my native tribe, would have conquered all of them. That's better? Get the hell out of here with that. It doesn't matter who conquers. Exactly, Lana, so shut the hell up. My point is, I have more right to speak about it than you ever will. My point exactly. Oh, man. Man, the ignorance in people, man. I'm telling you. I am telling you. Trinity, you see how they fall? They fall all on their own, all by themselves. I'll tell you this. When I used to work at the casino, I was a security guard there. I'm not the biggest, but I'm an average height. I'm 6'2" with my shoes on. And there was this Asian, half native girl making a spectacle, disrespecting. I feel bad for white people sometimes, guys. But I know that I'm native myself. Maybe not from North America, but from Central America. And I got Mayan Lenca blood in me. And I hear on the radio that this girl is going off and this and that, and she's being disrespectful to the security guys. Oh, I'm glad that stupid Lana's here because she remind me of this story. And I hear her yelling and cursing. And I go up there and she says, "F you white people, blah, blah, blah." I know, Brian. It's okay, Brian. She don't, this girl, guy, whatever the hell that Lana is, she don't know what the hell she's talking about. But anyways, I hear her insulting the white guys. And I come over there and I I didn't grab him, but I told the guy to move. And the guy just looked at me and he's like, "Who are you?" "I'm security." "Move your ass and get over there and stop starting shit before I call the cops and then you get arrested." And then Lana comes over. "I am half native." I say, "I don't give a shit. I am full native. Now what? Get the hell out of this casino." It's like, "Oh, I am going to complain to the chief trap." I said, "You go ahead and do that. We got you on camera acting the fool." I said, "We were told you that you were cut off from alcohol and you keep drinking. Guess what? You breaking the rules, you get the hell out." And I don't like to say like white people, but with the white security guys, they were like, they just stood back and they're like, "Well, I didn't say that. I didn't say that." And I was like, you know what? I am so happy that you said that you're half native, because you are the kind of people that bring shame to your people. You should be respectful. You should be honorable. If you were truly a native, you will understand that the natives are honorable. You're acting like those fools that are doing drugs, that are becoming alcoholics. The true native spirit are honorable. Respect is earned, and you are shamed. And Lana, that is for you, even though you're not a native. You don't understand shit about natives. So we'll ignore Lana from now on. What else we got? Fake Christian men getting angry and confrontational. As I said, Trek, I am not that kind of Christian. So shut the hell up. Let's see. Mac Jesus talking about I'm being shameful. I'm shameful. You just put that name, Mac Jesus, you idiot. Man, you should be honorable and take that hat off. Evelyn, I have it on because I am honorable. And see, honorable people think that way. I get it. I get it. Anthony Gonzalez says the Yaqui tribe. I don't know about that tribe. I don't know about the Navajo, the Cherokee, the Apaches, the Snoqualmie, Swamamish, Samamish. There's a lot of different tribes over here. And they are actually pretty good people for the most part. Let's see. What did it say? Trinity says, I'll dumb it down for you. Since life begins at conception, would Jesus support abortion in your opinion? Yeah, no. I don't think Jesus would support abortion. Thank you, Brian. You as well, my brother. You as well. See, I hate it when people start bringing stuff that they don't understand. You know, and I say this many times to well, you guys that are my subscribers, you guys follow me here. I have told you many times, and I share my experience about my family, my Navajo family, and how I appreciate it. And I've always told them, I said, I'm not native from here to North America. And they said, but you are our family. So you are a native brother of ours. And I said, you know what? Thank you. And I said, and I take that and I respect that. And everything that I have experienced with the Navajo, only me, it's I saw the drunkards and I saw the actual chiefs that were honorable, that were in connection with the forest, that were in connection with the ocean. They were very spiritual and believe in respect and honor. When they bless the children, the ones that will go out and go fishing, go clamming, and they will bring food to the village where we were. I thought it was amazing. And ignorant people that don't know what natives stand for. They don't even know what kind of spirit that is. You guys are stupid. I'm sorry, but you are. I'm not sorry because I'm making you feel bad. No, I'm sorry that I had to say it to you. That's it. I don't care about your feelings. Clam it up, says Alpha. Bro, I'm going to tell you, the first time I tried to clam, I almost threw up. Oh my God. But I saw my brothers going out there just like, and just easy. And I said, okay, let me try it. And I just oh man, it will get stuck right here in my throat. And I was like, oh, I don't know if I can do that. Now I love it. Now I love it. But I have so much respect for my native brothers and sisters. You guys have no clue because you have no spiritual touch in your life. But there's a lot of special stuff going on with our natives. I love their powwows. I love their meetings. I love their dancing. I don't agree with their witchcraft, but I love the outfits. I love the feathers. As a matter of fact, I don't wear it here, but I'll share it with you. I'll show you a couple of my feathers. People that don't understand, they don't do the research. They don't even care about the real tribes. These are eagle feathers. You're supposed to put them on your braid, and you can have them hanging down this way, or you can put it up. But I'm waiting a few more years. Maybe in 3 more years, I should be able to wear them, and it'll be an honor for me to do. So, anyways, that's where I'm at. And you know what? I bet you do, Brian. We have them over here in Eastern Washington, and I love it. Oh, Gallup in New Mexico. Yeah, you guys have powwows over there as well, right? What is the tribes in New Mexico? Do you know any tribes from New Mexico? I can't remember who was in New Mexico, to be honest. Let's see. Why don't the people who hate America just leave? Chicano, I don't understand. There's a whole world out there, a whole new world. Just get the hell out of here, bro. This is simple. You guys got to go. Go. Ah, man, how wonderful would it be if we just had like patriots, people that actually love this country? I always say this, man. If I have people that hate this country that have papers, I would love for them to give their position to them, and then they can go to that country. And you ask every liberal, any liberal out there, any dumbass like this guy's in here. If you go ask them, anybody, why don't you leave? No, why? No, I don't want to leave. There was a guy that came up to Charlie Kirk's and asked a question. He was a tranny, and he comes in and like with breathing on the mask. and the tranny goes, the guy, because he's a guy, he says, me, I hate America. And Charlie Kirk asked him, I was like, hey, you hate America? Why don't you leave? He said, why? He said, well, you hate America. I don't want to leave. Then why you hate America? You like to live in a place that you hate? How does that work? Pritzker hates you. That's for Chicago. That's for Chicago. I get it. Why didn't you leave when Biden was in office? Says Tyler. Well, he was my president. Why the hell would I leave? I accepted him as my president. What can I say? It don't matter. We thought he stole it, but he was our president. And you know the these guys, see, that's the difference between you lunatics and the rest of us patriots. If we vote and we lose, yeah, we don't like it. Well, we're still gonna talk shit. We're still gonna make fun of him. But at the end of the day, that's still our president. And if he does something good, well, we'll call it. If he does something bad, what a moron, right? That's where we're at, and that's the patriot of America. But when you're just a loyalist to a particular party or person, I think that's wrong. And I think that that's what people think. When I got this Make America Great hats again, they think that I'm a loyalist to President Donald Trump. And when I see people say, why don't you take that crappy thing off your head? And, oh, you'll make me sick with that hat. I said, why? Why does it make you sick? It says, make America great. Don't you want America to be great again? What's the problem with the slogan? It doesn't matter if President Trump made it. Who cares? Right? Yeah, QWERTY, January 6th, why didn't the insurrectionists leave? Well, they're leftists. They're Antifa. The guys that were in there, they were set up because they're stupid. But it was Antifa, FBI. There was a whole coup. There was a whole coup, and I blame the Democrats for it. Big-ass setup. And another reason, another thing, another proof to show you that Democrats don't care about you. As long as they get back at President Trump, they will sacrifice you like a little sheep. I dare say they're almost as bad as Hamas. Honestly. Let's see. Then why did Trump pardon them? Well, because they were set up. I just said it. I hope that makes sense. QWERTY, you're pretty smart. Come on. Stay with me, QWERTY. I know you're very smart. Voodoo necklace, says the free thinker. Well, you are a free thinker. You can say that. That's fine. Do you even know what Antifa stands for? Randall, I've been asked this so many times, brother. Antifa stands for anti-fascist. Ironically, they are fascist. Next question. Let's see. Toy Box. Okay, I haven't said anything from Toy Box. Call it Jayer. A Democrat sees what happens to you, though. What? I don't know. Let me see. I'm ready to call a J6er a Democrat. See what happens to you, though. To you, tough guy. What the hell does that mean? Call a J6er a Democrat. What the hell does that mean? I get it. The ignorance is very, very, it's oozing out of you right now. But you didn't hear what I said. It was the Democrats that set up the coup. And then the FBI and Antifa were in there. And the morons that followed their lead, that's their fault. It did become an insurrection because they were not smart. And they fell into the trap and they followed through. You watch the videos, there was a lot of them inside already. If it was an insurrection, everybody would have been taken out. But no, they were in there. Lines of cops inside the building. They're coming in there. The protesters coming in with the flags. Nobody's rushing. Nobody's breaking windows. Nobody's doing nothing. They are allowed to come in, no problemo. And then we had a group of people. We got to hit them in waves. I'm going to share a few photos with you. Man, this we're gonna have some glitchy picture in here, but don't worry about my face. As long as you can hear me, it should be fine. Let me grab a couple of images and let me see. Come on. I want to share this image with you here. Now, I'm gonna say that. Well, you tell me what you think. And here it is. I might have to open it again. This one right here. What do you think? Is that a police? Is that an Antifa? What do you think this person right here is? What do you see there? If it's Antifa, no problem, right? Uh, she's either smiling or saying a word. I don't know, right? But look at this guy right here. He's not punching anybody. He's letting in. There's people coming in, they're laughing, etc. Right? Okay. Let me show you another one. These are just images that I have captured from the video. Okay. So look at this one. Look at this guy with the helmet, full mask, with the goggles. Look at this one, helmet, goggles, American. Boom, no mask. No mask. Huh? Interesting, right? It just makes you question. That's all. How about this one? I know it's blurry, and I wish that I would have had a better moment. But you see a lot of the supporters over here. Ain't nobody committing no violence. Look at these guys. They're not coming here with sticks, breaking stuff. I know you see it. You've seen this before. Trumpsters, come in there. No problem. Look at this. Who is this? Does this one look familiar to you guys? You know who this one is right here? I know you've seen this person here before. This is January 6th. All right. That looks like an officer, right? That looks like an officer. Here's another officer. They're inside. Sure. Yeah, I'm fooling myself. Who is this right here? She was put in jail on a different state. She was the one playing the she was the one playing the Red Cross, the the nurse, I don't know, the first aid. She's Antifa, period. She's the one that was playing the, oh, he needs some assistance. She's been arrested. Antifa. Oh my God, these people, bro. Here we go. Look at that. There's another police in there. Probably police. We don't know, right? We don't know if that's maybe a protester. But I can tell you, there was nobody fighting in here. Look at this one. Trump 45. No mask, no mask. You recognize the Democrats with this. They have a mask on. It is a conspiracy theory. I get it. But that's exactly what you guys had. And you made it look like a fact. And innocent Americans pay the price for your stupidity. Conspiracy theorist Alex Jones has also been subpoenaed and has sued to block January 6th committee's demand. This idiot down here. Look at this guy, Trumpster. Look at these guys. No mask, no helmets, Trumpsters. And look where they're at, outside. There was, a matter of fact, there was people coming in and out. People laughing in and out of that building. This is another guy. Ali Alexander, a prominent organizer of Stop the Steal rallies, including January 6th event. Alexander has been subpoenaed by a House panel investigating the Capitol attack. Stop the steal. We know, we all agree that they stole it, etc. The point is that these people, look at the difference. When you look at Democrats with Antifa, I am trying to find more Antifas in here. They're inside already. Look at this guy. Look at this police officer in here. No, he's not. Look at this guy right here. That's not a police officer. That's not a Trumpster. Maybe this guy right here might be. But that's exactly what I look for. In any type of pictures that I can find, clips that I took off from this video. Look at this guy right here, Department of Defense. Oh, man. Let me see if I have another one. Not Frank. All right. That's all I got from there. But these are just some photos that I took out of this, not yet, that I took off a video. And there was also some people in there that were wearing military vests. Now, you know you can't buy military vests. That's illegal for you to have unless you're in the military. Or I don't know, maybe another state allows you to have those things. Who knows? Let me see if I can find. Let me see if I can play the video a little bit. Oh wait, I think I got a little clip for you guys so that you can enjoy. Let's see. Where are you, baby? Where are you? Oh, my daughter's learning the trumpet. Here, let's listen to this Nicaraguan lady. This is the Nicaraguan lady. You guys know her. Um, she supported Kamala Harris so bad and Biden, and she still supports them hardcore. I'm going to share this video. As you see, my camera is starting to mess up. I can browser. All right, let's share it. Let's see entire screen, and let's listen to her. I'll try to share the audio on that one. Hopefully it works. There you go. So enjoy, Democrats.
Are you excited? Wow, what energy, what a moment.
Listen.
I have to tell you, I will never stop being the little refugee girl who came to this country at the age of 8. Thank you for inviting me to be here.
Hi, Maria.
Welcome to the second night of the Democratic National Convention. Let me tell you about the Kamala Harris I know. She is legitimately a joyful, optimistic leader. She cares about policy, yes, but she also cares about people and how that policy affects real people, not just the members of Mar-a-Lago. And you know what else? Kamala Harris, she likes dogs. And my dog, Cha-Cha, likes her. Dogs are good judges of character. So are cats. We cannot elect a president.
She said, dogs are good judge of character, and so are cats. She's not a cat person, but you know she caught herself just saying dogs, and she had to add cats. That was forced, but that's not what I want you to listen to. There's still more. Hold on.
Who does not like dogs or hangs around with people who shoot them?
This lady's so stupid.
Let's be serious. Donald Trump and his minions call Kamala a communist. I know communism. I fled communism from Nicaragua when I was 8 years old.
A lie. She said, I fled Nicaragua when I was 8 years old. Really? You mean your parents took you out of there? You mean your parents told you the stories? Let's be honest. Nicaragua is a shitty country right now. Okay, they are communist. But this is the exact same government that she wants the Democrats to have. So let's continue the little campaign. This lady's crazy.
I don't take it lightly. And let me tell you what communist dictators do. And it's never just for one day. They attack the free press. They call them the enemy of the people, like Ortega does in Nicaragua. They put their unqualified relatives in cushy government jobs so they can get rich of their positions, like the Castros do in Cuba. And they refuse to accept legitimate elections when they lose and call for violence to stay in power.
Oh, wait a minute. We refuse to accept elections in 2016, 2017. That's exactly what they did the whole time. They said, not my president, illegitimate president. What happened? What happened, Democrats? Oh, when you lose, democracy is in danger. But when you cheat, democracy is good. It's alive. Let's continue listening to this crazy woman.
Like Maduro is doing right now in Venezuela. Now,
Oh, shit. Did she just call Maduro? Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Oh, wait a minute. Did we just uncover something? You mean the Democrats knew this? Wait a minute. Hold on. Let me listen to it again. Oh, too bad we lost all the people that we had on here. Wait a minute.
elections, when they lose, get rich of their positions, like the Castros do in Cuba.
Just so you know, the Maduro from Venezuela follows the same book as the Castros did. And that's what she's talking about.
And they refuse to accept legitimate elections when they lose and call for violence to stay in power, like Maduro is doing right now in Venezuela.
She did. She did call Maduro from Venezuela, and all the leftist haters that were just proven wrong have left. There might be one or two contenders here with great spirits trying to argue with our truth. But you see this. This is what she's fighting with. They have the answer. They know already what President Donald Trump is doing today. And I've been telling you guys for a very long time that this Venezuela thing, Trump is right. Oh my God, another hat. Can somebody buy me a hat that says Trump was right about everything? I've been trying to look for one everywhere and I can't find it. You know what, President Trump, if you ever come across this little tiny weak video, hook it up. You know what? I might just have to make one myself eventually. I have some heat presses that I can use, and I'm going to see if I can make a hat one day. I'm thinking about buying this sewing machine that I can actually make these letterings on the hat. And who knows, maybe we'll make some merch in the future with that. But I need $650 for that. But isn't it crazy? Isn't it crazy that these guys knew what Venezuela was going through, what they were suffering, and yet they did nothing to protect Venezuela? And yet, President Donald Trump, who is accused from her own lips, from the Democratic side, he is a tyrant, a dictator, like the Castros and Nicolas Maduro. They knew this then, and they did nothing about it. How about that, guys? We are always right, and maybe we don't get everything specifically right about everything. But here's proof. I'm glad I showed you this video. Let me see how this boy really think Trump would take time to listen to him now. Wow. Santos, who the hell is the boy? I'm being sarcastic, bro. He's never going to watch this video. Brian, I don't think he's ever going to watch this video. If I asked him, I bet you $100 he would give me a hat. Free. I bet you anything. But since I'm not meeting him, I can't really make that bet anymore. What happened in 2012? Oh, man. That was it, guys. That is the last video that I have for you guys. If you guys tuned in, I thank you very much. I appreciate you. Guys, thank you so much. I wanted 100 likes. You gave me 182. You guys are phenomenal. QWERTY, you're very smart, man. Keep looking for info, bro. I mean that. Don't just listen to the left side, brother. Do your own research, and I know that you can figure things out. As a matter of fact, when you figure things out, come in again and just drop a line and say, hey, I found this about this. What do you think about that? You know what I'm saying? That's how I want you guys to come in here. Drop me a line, give me a fact, tell me where you got it, and let's take a look at it together, okay? Love you, Trinity. Love you, Ronald. Let's see, Brian. Love you, my brother. My native Indian right there. Yeah. Hey, everybody else that came in here, thank you so much for your likes and subscribe. Again, I appreciate every single one of you guys out there, okay? Till next time, God bless you. And God bless the United States of America. You all be good. Take it easy. And here we go, the 5-second rule.